Hi, welcome back, everyone, to our next episode. I believe this is episode. I've
15.
made the mistake of hearing myself talk
15.
at the same time as me speaking.
15.
Episode 15, not 5.
No, I was starting to say that, and then I freaked out because I heard my own voice saying what I just said back at me.
I also feel like I probably caught the tail end of me going, go!
I know.
We're
not
a well-oiled
professionals.
machine. It's
We are
fine.
professionals.
We are not professionals, and we never pretended to be.
Except for Lizzie.
Except for
Except
me.
for Lizzie,
I'm in
Couple
denial.
dice.
an actual professional that we hired. Anyway, yeah, we hired just a player.
A player.
Next episode is just us and then like Matt Mercer just pretending to be like a college
Weird.
student just chilling.
Yeah.
I wish.
I'll call it
But
Shelby.
anyway, welcome back to episode 15 of the Goblin Conspiracy with Cardinfall. Where we left off, our three adventurers picked up a new friend after coming out of their hiatus, I suppose, of laying low. And they picked up a new friend in Crumbs. And then they adventured out into the Fey-infested forests surrounding Cardinfall to inspect a disappearance of a stone giant who went missing in the forest, with reports of memory loss and changes in what they thought happened. And this caught their attention. They went out there, battled against a plant-infested silver dragon. Then they finally defeated that dragon. It came to life again as a pile of vines. They beat that again, and then they investigated the scene to find that there was sometime before a person with tentacles sprouting from their back, at least involved in the attack against the stone giant. And on their way out of the Feywild, in order to figure out what they need to do next, they lost their dear friend Aether, who is now strung up to the top of a tree, waiting for her friends to return. And that's where we are right now. So we can, right after I get set up, we can jump back into that.
I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
You don't remember? It's just stick. We're holding
It's
Just stick.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Oh wait, I don't think I. Wait,
Now I
I'm gonna send them the videos to the group chat.
Did you ever put them in the drive for me to post?
No.
What?
I always love how your dog is just in the background, Matt. Like, it always makes me so happy.
Here, let me just.
Hi.
This is just how I'll
Oh.
play for today. I'll just sit like that.
You're a good dog. OMG.
Just chill it.
So
Did you
cute.
say OMG?
He's staring
you
out
spell
the
it out?
window
I did.
a lot because my dad is away for the weekend. And so he's just gonna stare out the window all weekend. It's kind of sad, actually.
My
All
pet
right.
behind Ryan in a tank. Soap's over there somewhere.
All right, so let's do this. Aether, let's get to you. So just a moment ago, you were with your friends holding your friend Nix's hand, or so both of you thought. And then
Really.
in this mysterious mist, you seem to get distracted, intoxicated by the mist. And then you found yourself alone in the forest. You once again also found a stick in your hand, a mysterious magical stick. And then you saw a tree with some sort of another tree emblazoned into it with markings of fire surrounding it. Upon further inspection, you heard a twang of a rope, and then a rope wrapped around your legs and pulled you up into the air, suspended about 9 feet into the air. Now hanging from the canopy by your feet, you're sitting there in this wild forest surrounded by dangerous beasts and magical phenomena. You can feel the blood rushing to your head as your heavy armor is weighing you down.
Can I like can I like swing? Like am I around a tree? Can I like swing to like grab onto something?
Technically, it's on a tree, but it is like a smooth way up. It's not like you're surrounded by branches, and because of the sheer size of of the trees here, you're actually about like I'm gonna say another 9 feet from the tree itself. So you can try to get some swings going, but it's going to be difficult. You're in quite a precarious situation.
um okay. Okay. I'm looking at what random equipment I have that I always forget about.
But
That's right.
roll an athletics check to see if you can try.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say a
Okay.
disadvantage because of your massive armor.
Oh, that's not that bad. 15. Look,
15.
I just got a 16.
You try to go, and then you try to do it and try to swing, and with a lot of effort and a lot of time, you eventually get over, and you can like touch the bark, and you're really swinging. And you touch the bark, but you can't grab on.
Okay, can I do like because I'm guessing I'm upside down, like
For sure.
cantrip ray of frost the rope and try to swing, like try to do a corkscrew so that the rope will snap because it's frozen.
Yeah, sure. But before you do, you begin to
Oh,
aim
yeah.
up your. What device do you use to cast Ray of Frost?
That's the one that's the little snowflake shuriken.
Okay, yeah. So you open out one of your jars and you pull out a snowflake, and you're about to throw it, and you're. I don't know if Discord picks up the noise, but massive sound of a foot hit slam to the forest floor, and something of a growl, and then another large step. I want to make
Can I-
noises, but Discord won't have it.
Just turn off your noise suppression.
Yeah. Here we go. Voice and video. We can do this real quick. Haha. Think? I think it's off.
I'm so
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah. It's off.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. Make a noise.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. So you hear no as a foot slams into the ground and a rumbling shakes the tree, and you see a couple needles fall down from the top.
So the sound is coming from above me or below me?
Make a perception check.
Does this rely on sight or is this only?
This is hearing only.
Uh, 18.
18. Yeah, this is something approaching you from behind the tree that you're attached to.
Great. I'm so excited. This is great. Oh no.
Oh, you can still do the thing with the Ray of Frost if you would like. I'm just, you know.
I don't want to be a hanging goat popsicle, so yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Make an attack
They
roll.
like the arms, like that little. That's a
Yeah,
thing.
I super don't understand what that meant, but go ahead.
Okay. 23.
23, yeah, you hit it. Roll an attack roll for me.
You mean roll damage?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like I just rolled an attack. 2d8.
Oh, in that case,
6.
the hit points for a rope, as it turns out, is 2 hit points.
It takes
So
6 frost damage as I'm just
yeah, so
corkscrewing.
it just freezes. You corkscrew, and then you just land on your head in a pile of vines and things. And as you're down there, your face so close to the ground, you can see the vines moving in real time, just kind of in and around you. Even just as you begin to get up, it started to grow on your armor. Yeah, but you get up, and then the noise approaches. oh, we got something here. And you see a giant, I want to say ogre, a giant humanoid creature peek over from the top with a single great eye in the center of its head, and makes that noise. Well, hello there.
I mean no harm. I got separated from my friends. I'm not from here. I came here by accident. I didn't mean to come into your territory. I'm just lost, and I'm just gonna stand here.
Oh, all right. So you're just a little person who's here, all alone in the
Well, I
forest.
wasn't before. I was with people before, and I don't know how I got separated from them.
Why? So you're all alone here in the forest, with nobody
I mean,
around you.
I have so many friends behind these trees that are getting ready to defend me.
Oh, make a deception check at disadvantage.
Like,
How you
did I
know?
say I was alone?
I'm alone. I went in here by accident. I
I don't even
One
have to roll
natural.
again. I rolled a 1.
All right. Roll again just in case for me, would you?
There's a disadvantage. Natural 20.
Oh, okay. I wanted to see if there's another natural one, because if it was,
That is hilarious. 0 to 100 real fast.
yeah. All right. All right. So you're all alone here. So that means, what a shame. You'll be a tiny little snack until I go find your friends. And then he goes and tries to slam you with his maul that he has.
You think Aether's a tiny snack. Nyx is even tinier, and you can't even eat crumbs.
True.
He's got big old
Crumbs.
tusks.
Crumbs.
Crumbs be making snacks.
I ain't gonna get
All right.
eaten. I ain't gonna get eaten by no man.
So it makes two attack rolls against you. Uh, only the first one swings and you just kind of like duck under it with your shield, and then he tries to slam at you again, and that is a 26 to hit.
Yeah. Find my pencil. We leveled up, but did we? We didn't. Did we rest? Didn't we rest at some point? All of my
Yes.
hit points reset.
No, because you rested, but then you started your investigation, and so whatever spell slots you might have lost, you should be at full hit points, but you have lost spell slots.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I don't have any spells. Cool.
You should have one upper level, don't you?
Oh, it's true. From the level up, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You take only 6 points of damage as it rolls minimum damage, and it just slams into you, but you kind of glance off with your shield. It's almost no trouble.
Anything for this? Anything for this? I'm guessing it's my turn now since we're
Yes,
the only two people here. I am going to make myself invisible.
All right. You can just do that.
That's what I cast. And I'm gonna just run. Just gonna
All
run
right.
away.
I think attack of opportunities only are invoked against somebody you can see.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Although, I mean, you could try and give it to him with disadvantage if you really wanted to be nice. 'Cause he might be able to, like, hear her running.
I'm gonna say he lets you. I'm gonna say he's gonna make one against you just because. Okay, yeah, no, for sure, no. He swings into the air and starts yelling, um, yelling for you, and then at about oh, actually, what do you do?
Well, I was just going to kind of like run in like not in a straight line, just kind of like turn invisible, run far, but then like make a turn, then make another turn, and just like stand behind a tree, like
Make a stealth check. With at disadvantage, because armor.
I'm always at disadvantage. Where are all my d20s? Okay. Could have been worse.
12.
Could have been worse.
So a Cyclops. I rolled a 2. A Cyclops has a -2 to perception. So you see as the Cyclops begins to wander around the trees, start like just looking wildly throughout, swings his maul, and just like a tree just knocks over in front of him. And then he starts to turn the corner, generally in the location where you are. Of course. Oh yeah, when you need to make stealth check, it was just a normal stealth check because you're invisible and you have advantage.
But I also always have disadvantage on a stealth check because of my armor.
Right, but the invisibility would cancel that out and just be a normal roll.
Okay, then I rolled an 11 and a 19, so then a 20.
You're a stealth genius. Congratulations.
For once.
Yeah. So he begins to circle around and look around for you, and he looks in your direction. Of course, he doesn't see you, but he looks towards you, and then he goes, and you just see as a point is piercing out through his neck. You see his skin stretch out, and then it gets to a point where you just hear the snap of his tough skin as it splits apart, and a gush of blood just comes out as a spearhead comes out the back of the front of his neck.
I'm just gonna look. Obviously, I'm so invisible, but I'm like.
Sure. So you look out and you see as just a spear comes out the back of his neck, and then just a volley of 3 others come and just like pierce him all the way through. And to his credit, he seems quite alive at this point. But he starts to turn around, and you hear a woman's voice saying in a place you can't see, come from a place. You know you're not supposed to be here, Bahwok. And then this is Burning Tree territory. Any prey we catch here is ours to decide what to do with. And you see as he's like grabbing his throat, and he can't speak at all, but and just makes a noise and kind of picks up his maul and like smashes another tree with it in frustration. But then ultimately, like a pouting dog, starts to just walk away.
I'm just gonna circle around, kind of opposite of where they are, but kind of circle around so I can still see the people with the spears, but not be in the direction of where the Cyclops is walking. If that makes any sense. To survey the area.
Sure. So you start to look around, and you see there's a set of actually you saw 3 spears pierce him, but you only see one person, and you see as a large woman with the top half of a woman and the bottom half of a horse comes through the back. She has a undercut with sort of a mohawk going on that just falls backwards because they don't have gel. And just sort of like an artificial mane going down the back of her head. And sort of tribal clothing made out of hides, and she has tattoos all over her body, with a spear made out of some sort of bone. You can see there's even a couple dragon scales along the I don't want to call it shaft. Sure. And she's holding that. All right, little one. You don't need to hide anymore. We're not here to kill you.
Do I believe them?
Make an insight check.
This dice is doing me wrong today, so I'm gonna insight. Where did insight go? Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. She doesn't seem friendly, but she doesn't seem hostile. she's not lying to you. She's not here to kill you, you think? But she also doesn't look like she's here to give you a nice warm bed.
Okay, I will drop invisibility.
Oh.
Hi. This is all a big misunderstanding. An accident.
She she begins to lean down towards you. You see as there's two people. You hear two footsteps come out from either side of you, and like behind you. And you when you turn around, you can see there's two satyrs that are dressed similarly that are have bows aimed at you.
uh,
Um,
uh.
you see both of their arrows are actually made out of some sort of vine and are moving as they pull it back, some sort of magic, seemingly. Um, and she looks at you and goes, "Oh, this is a bit more interesting than I thought. You see, you are a trespasser, but not from another clan.
No.
You're from the city, aren't you?"
I am, and I was actually leaving to go back, and I got separated from my friends, so I don't mean to encroach on anyone's territory, so
Ah, but you did. I appreciate that you thought you weren't, or you didn't intend to, but intent is not the backing of a crime. Certainly not here, anyway. So how about you come with us and we can decide what happens to you? Or we could just let you off into the forest and maybe you'll just make it back. I'm sure you have plenty of experience in these woods.
I think you and I both know what the right choice is here. I don't really have a
Ah,
choice,
we
and I don't want to get in
definitely
trouble.
do.
So, sure, lead the way. Uh,
Also, don't mind the inappropriate manners of that Cyclops. He's a part of a wrong clan. He was trespassing just like you.
right.
Politics here will sort themselves out later. And she begins to guide you through a forest until um, let's see. Uh, and she begins to guide you through the forest. There's a point where a large panther-like creature with tentacles forming out of the back uh, of its back starts to lunge forward at one of the satyrs, and it as it pounces forward, you see it's like almost like it's teleporting to three different places at any given time. But it seems for some reason the satyrs are uniquely resistant to this ability, and in a matter of seconds, the satyr ducks beneath it, fires an arrow through its stomach, and then they just pounce on it, and it instantly dies. Um, they begin to pull it back with them for the pull it with them as it travels through the forest. And eventually, you start to walk towards a giant tree that you find in one place that has lanterns all lit up at the top of the canopy. You see stair systems going up the trunk, and it seems to be just made to be a home. All right. So, before we get in there, I just wanted to let's talk this through. Why are you here?
I'm here. I was here with my friends. We were investigating a missing person that we think
So
was
you think we took
kidnapped.
them?
No, no, not at all. We didn't mean to come here at all. We think that it might be connected to someone else in the city. We're not entirely sure, but we were just looking into that um, based off of, I guess, a tip off that we had somewhere else. And so we were heading back. And some mist came through, and suddenly I was separated from them. But this has
Oh,
nothing to do with you. I didn't even know you were here. So this is all a big misunderstanding and a bit of a surprise.
you've never heard of the Gruul.
Um,
Make history check.
Ooh, that is a 23.
Yeah, you've for sure heard about them, but you've usually heard of them referred to as the wild people.
Yeah.
Um, but the Gruul is a slightly more official name that they often aren't given the honor of receiving. Um, but yeah, so you've definitely heard of them, usually in the form of terrible propaganda and all other kinds of things like that.
Didn't know I would run into them.
Yeah. Um, all right. Well, we've got a not the leader of our clan, but we've got a local leader around here. So you're gonna talk to them, and she's gonna find out how you're most useful to us, and then we're gonna use you accordingly.
Okay, sure.
Sounds
Great.
great. Um, she begins to lead you towards the tree, and there's a large alcove where eventually you come across uh, a inside the alcove. There's like a small pond in the center with like gleaming lights all throughout. There's it's really kind of a beautiful sight if it weren't in such unfortunate circumstances. Especially because you're so inexperienced with the wilderness, but it is genuinely beautiful. Um, uh, and eventually she leads you there, and out of the tree steps a woman. Her skin is green with plants adorning her, almost like clothes. Uh, you would recognize this to some extent to be a dryad. Um, and the centaur next to you goes, this is Voda Liliago. It's Liliago, Liliago.
What was the first part?
Sound that out.
Uh, Voda, Vodo.
Liliago?
Yeah.
That is very pretty.
Cool.
Um, so the uh, so the dryad starts to approach you. And by the way, throughout this general settlement, you've seen tons of other people, kind of in and about, not in any dense place, but just kind of walking about. You've seen gnomes, humans, some orcs, and much to your surprise, you really only expected to see goblins and orcs. You see no goblins because this is the Goblin conspiracy. But you know they're supposed to be there. Um, you know they're supposed to be orcs, but you didn't expect to see so many gnomes, humans, wood elves, high elves. There seems to be a really diverse group here, as well as some other combinations which you didn't understand to exist before, which would be satyrs and centaurs. Um, yeah. So, also at some point, you see a large elephant person walk by, like full on elephant head with the tusks and just giant stature. But you see one of them on the way as well. Um, yeah, a big menagerie of all kinds of sentient things. Uh, oh, and lizard folk. You see a good bit of lizard folk. Uh,
Nice.
but you approach and Liago approaches and says, he goes, "Oh, one of the Cardinfalls, I see.
Yes.
And your name?"
My name is
And she like
Aether.
reaches out her hand to you in a kind gesture. Aether. That's a
Yes.
good name.
Thank you.
So, to what, why do I owe this visit?
I got caught in a tree rope trap by accident when I got separated from my friends. We were heading back home, and I guess when some kind of magic mist, I suppose, came through separating me from my friends, and I accidentally ended up here. Um, I don't mean any trouble, but they said that I should come talk to you about what to do next.
Oh, so you came to us for help. That's so great. I'm so happy you're here. Hopefully we can figure out what to do for you. I hope the trip was okay. They treat you all right?
I
Um,
was there for an insight check because this is suspicious.
I don't like this at all.
I don't like this.
she goes,
Nice.
all right. So we can get you back to the city if that's what you want. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. We can, I don't think we don't have the resources to get you past the walls or anything like that. We could get you to guide to, geez, maybe we could get you to Jotunheim? Um, I'll be honest, that doesn't sound like much of a better situation for you. If you wanted, we could set you up with a bed here. You can stay with us for as long as you'd like.
Um, I'd really just like to find my friends. um, but I'm not sure how to do that right now. Um, mm,
Yeah. So we can try to put out a search party or something, but I'm gonna warn you, it's dangerous out here. And when you guys get separated, I really don't know I don't know how that turned out for them.
oh, I'm sure they're fine. It's probably me that they've been worried about.
Cuts to Crumbs and Nyx in the middle of combat with like a Tarask.
Stop it.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, okay. We could do something like that. You're a little less hostile than I thought you would be, to be honest with you. Uh, so yeah, we can figure that out. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Because we might be here a while. And you see as she like before you get talking in any way, she whispers something into the wood, and then you hear a voice from the other side, almost like she's communicating through it, and somebody at some other point, a place in the area hears the other end and responds. Um,
Great.
and she communicates briefly in there. So I just talked to somebody. They're gonna send out a search party for friends. Is there any information I should tell them?
Um, one is very big. If you smell cookies, that's probably him. He's made of metal. The other is very small with big claws, and she's very colorful. Probably won't miss her either. He'll probably stand out amongst the leaves. You'll figure it out when you find them. Um,
Sure, she's not from here. She sounds like she's from here.
you
It's
know,
fine.
that's a
Um,
story for another day.
Regardless, I am Voda Liliago, and yeah, look at me not knowing my own names. So tell me about yourself, Aether.
I would just like to run a general insight check of what kind of vibes I'm getting right now.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I'm scared.
The fact that you haven't yet is shocking to me.
Uh, 22.
Ooh,
I have
Um,
good.
pop off, Ether.
she seems a little hard to read. Um, you understand that the Feywild is strong here. You understand that there are places and times where the rules of the Fey apply, where like, can you also make an Arcana or Religion check?
Sure.
Ooh,
I'm so scared.
spicy.
Yeah, you have no idea. So you
I
have
have a
no
plus
idea.
8
Freeze!
one.
You have no idea what the rules of the Fae might be, or what they might incur, or the different types. But you do know that but you know there's reason not to trust this lady. That things might not be at face value. But
Yeah.
also, um, the other lady was real mean to you, and this one's real nice, and that's kind of nice.
It's nice to see after almost getting like impaled by
Yeah.
Cyclops. Okay. Vibes.
I'll give you this. She was when you said that the trip over was fine, uh, she kind of squinted her eyes for a second and then kind of went like, "Yeah, okay, I believe her."
Cool. Um, I mean, I I don't know you or anyone here. Is there anything you'd need to know for any kind of purpose? I don't know.
Uh, yeah, I'll say this. It's really important to me. Uh, I'm have some responsibility for the people here, in this part of our clan. So I wanted to ask, as clearly as possible, and you see she like runs her hand in the dirt for a second, and you see as a bunch of like leaves and stuff just like fold together and transform into these glittery little bugs and start to glow like lightning bugs and start to circle around you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
The burning food.
13.
13, you fail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the remainder of this conversation, you have to tell the truth.
Aether doesn't like lying anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted to ask as clearly as possible, and her face turns serious for a second. Are you a spy?
no.
Are you here with intent to gather information or harm any of the people out here?
No. Other information, yes, but not about you or the wild people. Kill, definitely not.
Yeah, so I get it. Don't call us wild people, please.
Oh, of course, of course.
Uh, yeah. You can, if you're gonna call us anything, you can call us the Gruul clans.
Gruul clan, right.
We specifically are a part of the Burning Tree clans.
Right, of course. I'm so sorry.
Guys, I have no idea the things you've been exposed to. So, yes, tell me more. Why? So you were here, investigating, a disappearance.
Yes. A disappearance of someone we had met lost their son when they were out on a hunting party looking for food, and we thought we might help them because my friends and I, we just want to help make the world a better place while we can. So,
So, you don't. So you're just a group of friends. You don't look like Embernox.
oh no.
So you private and guest investigators, just people.
I suppose you could say, yeah, we don't really have a specific practice or anything. We aren't official by any means.
God.
We kind of
I
are
just hear
official
sewer
with
squad
the
in my
with the
mind.
sewer squad.
Where's blood?
That is official at this point.
Their squad is the worst name, and I can't stand that.
Here's the thing. Personally, I agree, but Crumbs has no other context, so he has no choice but to agree with it.
You guys don't even go in the sewer anymore.
And
Um,
was even better.
Fine.
I'm the DM. I don't have to.
Started from the sewer. Now we're here, Ryan. All right,
That's the full name.
we gotta
Sewer squad
remember.
started from the sewer. Now we're here
We gotta
in the
remember where we
woods,
came
lost.
from.
If we ever make merch, that should be on our merch. Started from the sewer, now we're here. Sewer Squad LLC.
I'll get on it.
Okay. Okay. I'll be honest.
I'm like
This
physically
didn't.
scared right now. Like,
This conversation didn't go like I was intending. Here, have some tea. Um, no. Okay.
well, I
You
don't
take.
say no, but I'll
Mhm.
take it, but just not drink it.
Okay. As soon as that thought pops into your head, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god. That can't be right. Hold on. Okay, it is. 16. Sorry, I thought it said +3 to my saving throw, and I thought that was way too low, but it's fine. 16.
Are you not proficient in wisdom saving throws?
Nope.
Strange.
Intelligence
Okay.
and Constitution for some reason.
Hmm.
Things that aren't.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that checks out. So you don't drink the tea, and choose. I forgot what I was talking about because I got so distracted with you not drinking the tea. What's happening?
This
What did I
conversation
not?
was like how I expected.
Um, yeah. So, I really expected you to be from the city with intent to meet us. So who were you investigating? What was the?
Um, we don't know much about them, honestly. They were a hunter from were they from Jotunheim, or did we
Yeah,
just
yeah, they're from Jotunheim.
And they were.
they were a hunter. They were a hunter from Jotunheim that they were part of a hunting party, and their party came back and all had different stories on where their friend went, and so we figured something strange happened. We wanted to see what it was. So
So you're from Jotunheim. You can, if you get back there, you're safe.
I'm not from Jotunheim. I've just been there. um, it's complicated.
Okay. So, okay, so you came here and we took you here, and then, all right, so we can get you back to Jotunheim if that's what you want. But just so you understand our situation, we have to be a little bit afraid because we've had many disappearances of our own. We
Of course.
believe from people like you. Um, we don't fully understand the circumstances, but between your people coming out here and taking our children, and between the dangers of this place alone, we are dwindling. So we have to be somewhat cautious.
Of course. I understand.
I have a question for you.
Hmm.
You seem the intelligent sort, and I've seen the technology you've had before. She waves her hand, and a bunch of other bugs fly out from her. And as they light up in a specific pattern, you start to see them form into the shape of a large glowing stone with arcane rings around them. She casts an illusion spell that shows you a large glowing blue stone that you do recognize from Nyx's the place where Nyx stayed. Nyx stayed over her wardship. Um, this stone was in that house. Have you ever seen such a stone as this?
I believe so.
Have you seen it? Where did you see it? Was it somewhere in the city in the control of the Embernox?
Just to recap, you meant we saw it in Jotunheim in the Stone
Yes.
Giant's
Yeah.
house?
Yeah.
It was at a place that we were staying in Jotunheim, and we were helping out with the investigation, gathering information.
Ah, I see. Um, that's a shame. We won't take from Jotunheim. Uh, Let me put this simply. You seem like the nice sort, and I would like for us to have a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Of
So
course.
if you ever uh, come across such a thing, uh, it would be very kind of you to promise me that you would take it and give it to us, assuming, of course, it isn't in the hands of somebody from Jotunheim or.
Um, should there be more information that I know about it, perhaps?
Yeah, these rocks are responsible for the wards around Cardinfall, to the best that we understand them. These are what protect us from the waves of Fey energy cascading upon us. Of course, we don't have such protections, but your city
But
does.
wouldn't taking one take protection from somewhere else?
Oh, surely, but as you might know, the Dawn Emissary is fully capable of enchanting whatever they want. I mean, they have wizards that can change the world with a snap of their finger. I'm sure they could get another.
Perhaps.
And
I,
as things are, people are dying.
yes, that I know. Um, I can look into it if I come across. Sure, surely.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can you make another? She does not cast a visible spell,
Mm-hmm.
but can you make another wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. 9.
Okay. Well, that's so fantastic. All right, we'll figure out what we can do. Could you describe your friends, your one of your friends to me? And I'm just gonna assume that you do.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
describe Crumb. He's easier to see.
Okay. we're going to switch over really quick to the other two people.
Hey.
Here. I need to go get my charger, so I will be back.
Fun.
Lizzie, can you roll a d20 for me?
A d20? Yes.
Yeah.
Am I adding anything?
No.
5.
5.
Oh no, I don't like that smile.
Hold up. All right. All right. So you are in the you are walking through the forests, and I should get another thing open. You were walking through the forest looking for Aether, and eventually, as you're walking, you eventually come across a large footprint in the ground. Can you make a survival check for me? Crumbs, you're obviously there as well.
Let me make a thing. Hold
Sure,
on.
if you'd like.
Making a note.
Technically, it's identifying, but you can add that bonus. Sure, go ahead.
Why is my survival so damn?
No. What do you get, Lizzie?
Hold on. 20 something. What's 13 plus 8?
21.
21.
We're
I'm so
great at
bad
math
at
here.
math. Like, this is why I am not a math major.
You see a large hole. Crumb sees a large hole in the ground, and you go, "All right, something big stepped here." Yeah, and Nix, you also see a large hole in the ground, and you think, "Oh, I wonder if something like this was chasing Aether." You inspect it. Maybe you think it's a giant's foot, and then you look closer and see 3 large toes pointing out in the toe direction, and one in the back. You're like, "That's a weird foot shape." And then you see as your healed giant companion goes, "Oh, what did you find there?" Uh-oh. And then you hear from just around the corner just and let's roll initiative.
That sounds like a dinosaur foot to me, Ryan. Why does that sound
Dinosaur.
like a dinosaur footprint?
Uh-oh.
That sounds like a dinosaur. Oh. I got a net 20. Oh my.
Hey.
Got really excited.
You only have a +1 to your initiative?
Yeah, he's not very dexterous. That's only because I just put a point into dexterity on my last level up. So I now have 12. But I'll tell you one thing. He's got pretty high constitution and wisdom, that's for sure.
Lizzie, what did you get?
15.
Those stats.
15. And you got low. So first is you, next is names. Because
Defum.
Defum, yes, thank you. All right, so next is the T-Rex, next is Defum, next is you, and then it is Crumbs.
I got a
And
nat
you see,
20. How am I last?
Oh wait, you got a nat 20, so that puts you at 19.
20. It put me at 21.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So you are tied with Defum. I thought you rolled a nat 1. My bad. You are tied with Defum.
He literally said nat 20!
I didn't hear him. I'm sorry. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
The T-Rex also got a nat 20.
Oh, fuck that
And
T-Rex,
Defum-
man.
Defum is rolled a 19, but is just good.
Nyx is just like, there's something over there? I can't see it.
Yeah. So first things first. It charges forward and tries to bite. And it tries to bite Nyx. That is a 25 to hit.
No.
T-Rexes
Gets
are.
him every time.
Damn, good thing my HP is now greater than I was before, because I'm
I
gonna get
rolled
launched.
very, very well.
That bite does poison damage, right?
No. Uh,
Jeez. All I
You
wanted to do was
take-
find my friend.
40 points of piercing damage.
Nice. That's good stuff.
I rolled almost max damage, and T-Rexes are spicy,
Big.
spicy boys.
It's
Um,
almost half
and-
my HP.
and
Yeah.
you are grappled.
Okay, but to be fair, Lizzie, you're about to rage and basically have like 160 hit points after that. Well, no, actually, that's not true. You'll only have 120. See, that sucks. Any damage he does before your rage is like basically double damage.
Yeah. So anyway,
Dude, he's-
you are restrained in its mouth.
I'm grappled
And
and
then-
restrained.
Restrained is just worse grapple, so it doesn't matter both. You're just consider yourself restrained. All right, and as it does that, it picks up Nyx in its mouth, and then it just does like a body slam and basically shoulder checks Crumbs. That's a 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 damage.
Nice.
I took.
I'll take it for now. Oh, why did I take that? I don't want that. I want the other one.
All right. Next up is I'm gonna go with you, Crumbs.
Yeah. Take it. Wait, did we long rest?
No.
I didn't
You
think
should
so.
have full hit points, but not full spell slots.
Indeed. That is what I have. Alright.
Oh, what?
Alright. I'm gonna, oh wait. Do I get that? Oh, I do. Okay, cool. I get my transformation back on short rests.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I get big. Whatever. I don't know. I have to go in my character thing and change that.
War mode activate.
Indeed. It takes me a hot second. Okay. And then I shall. Ooh, what are you barking at? Don't you do it. You shut. Okay.
All right,
You should let Dave Foom go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, Defum disengages as a bonus action because he is a hill giant rogue, and I think that's funny. And then he backs up and then is going to throw. And then is going to throw a rock at the T-Rex and hits. All right, and the rock slams into the rock slams into the T-Rex and breaks apart on its shoulder, and that's it. Who's up next? That would be still Crumbs.
Yeah, it's me. I really don't understand why I get +8 to damage on this, but I'm just gonna
Wait,
assume
is that the laser?
Yeah. 'Cause I get
Actually, I don't know.
I get +4 for my strength,
Hmm.
+1 from it existing,
Mhm.
+1 from my being big. And there's just like another +2 somewhere in there. Oh! I have a fighting style that makes
Okay,
it
there we go. Let's go.
2 extra damage with one hit.
Mhm.
Yes. Let's go with that. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm just gonna run up and hit him. I get big
Yeah, sounds great.
while
Yeah,
I'm
go
like,
ahead.
oh, this is gonna take a second. Then boom, go get him. And then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm big. It pulls out my axe and my pan, and I'm gonna run up and hit it. Or at least I'm gonna try to hit it. Let's see how.
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
actually goes. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
This music is very loud. I have to turn it down a little bit.
It's very loud.
This was fun. I love this one.
There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna run up and hit him. I'm doing so good right now. I do 16 damage, radiant damage.
Next attack.
Next attack.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very close to it at 20, but that's an 11.
That misses.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's my whole turn.
All right, Nyx, you're up.
Ah!
You're in its mouth, fully.
I'm just gonna be like,
I forgot about that. I should have.
and then I'm gonna try to take a deep breath, even though I'm in massive amounts of pain, and just be like, "What the heck? I just wanted to find my friend," and go into a rage.
I like how we have basically like both forms of rage in our group
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Barbarian and lycanthrope.
So I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna try to like slash, but like since I'm in its mouth, I kind of want to just like. I don't know how I'm in its mouth, but I'm kind of imagining Nyx is just gonna like unleash her swords into its nostrils because I
Or
think
make
that's
it
funny.
Make 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, because I. Okay, first one is 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Second one is another 21 to hit.
My goodness.
I have a +7 to hit now.
Nice.
So, because
Oh, I forgot.
it shoulder checked Crumbs, is it also technically engaged with somebody else?
No, you have disadvantage on these attacks. I don't think you can get sneak attack on disadvantaged attacks.
That's valid. Understandable.
Mhm.
First
So roll
attack
some damage for me.
is
Mhm.
9 + 2, which is 11.
Mhm.
Second is a 3, so 14 damage.
Awesome. Great job.
And I'm just screaming as I'm wailing into its nostrils and
Yeah,
giving
you're
it
just
that-
yelling as it's like shaking you in its mouth. And then it does and now it's its turn. It throws you up in the air and chomps again.
Disrespectful.
Oh wait, it has advantage because you're restrained. I want you to know I just rolled 2 natural ones in a row. Even though it should not drop you, even with that attack, I'm gonna say it does because I rolled 2 natural ones in a row on advantage.
Just by stabbing it in the nose.
Yeah, so it just throws you up in the air, and then you stab it in the nose on the way down, and then it just like shakes you off, and you fall on the ground. You're fine. Now it's going to do another tail attack against Crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
a lot of bludgeoning damage. Fortunately for me, his tail is not made of silver. I need your Tyrannosaurus Rex to make a dexterity saving throw, Ryan.
All right.
He just smacked a Sparky boy.
Natural 20.
All right,
I got one natural 20 at the start of this fight, 2 natural ones in a row, and now a natural 20.
I'll leave it up to you as to whether or not he should still take half damage with a nat 20. But
Yeah,
know that half damage is 3 lightning damage.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna take half damage.
Okay.
Your dice cannot decide if it wants to help you or hurt you, Ryan.
I think it just wants to have a good time. All right, next up, it is you and Defum.
Did it? Oh wait, yeah, that was its turn. All right.
Oh, never mind. It's gonna stay for just a little bit longer. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast this fun new spell that I prepared recently. Well, hang on. Yeah. Because of my level up. That was why. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense because we did long rest. But I leveled up. That's why I got it.
Yeah.
How do I want to describe this? For now, what I'm gonna go with is he just like opens his chest and the pot in his chest is like bubbling with some kind of like stew, and then you see the little ball of divine energy just like shoot a little bit into the stew, and it like slurps out into like this flying like soupy entity, and that's how
This
I
is
cast
weird as-
spiritual weapon.
It's just floating soup.
It's like a soup elemental.
Amazing.
Powered by divine magic.
I love it. Let's go.
That's what I got.
Does it make an attack? It does make an attack.
Yeah. When I cast a spell, make a melee spell attack. Okay, cool. Bazinga. Oh, okay. That's 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Nice. My soupy boy throws some soup at him, and he takes 10 force damage. It's a very forceful, soupy shot. And then I'm gonna hit him again.
Mm-hmm.
TD Beyond takes a second. On the net 20 roll off. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Indeed. Oh, she's spinning. That's another 11 radiant damage. And my second attack. Oh, you've been teasing me all day, and I finally got that at 20.
All right.
I don't know why it's so close every time, and I got a 1 and a 3, so that's 12 more radiant damage. Plus 8 is such a ridiculous amount.
A lot.
It's actually
all right.
It's actually because of my fighting style, my thing actually does more damage if I use it one-handed than it would if I used it two-handed. Like the max damage capability is the same, but the minimum damage capability is higher if I use it one-handed.
It is going to... Alright, so it is... I don't think Defum is going to do anything right now, because he doesn't want to be involved with a T-Rex. So he does a hide action. I'm going to roll disadvantage because he's giant. And he rolled a 23. Alright, so he disappears into the forest somehow. And next up is... I think it's the T-Rex. So the T-Rex.
Oh, me.
Oh, Lizzie, go ahead.
You just need to straight up skip my turn,
I forgot.
bitch.
Wow.
Rude.
That's a little mean.
Okay. It's endearing. I'm gonna attack
I'm
it
feeling
3
weird.
times.
Mm-hmm. No longer a disadvantage.
Yeah. What is that? 20? No, sorry, 12.
12? Okay. That misses by 1.
That definitely hits as a 19 plus 7 for
Yep.
26.
Mm-hmm.
And another
Ne-
26.
Yep, awesome.
Am I still not getting sneak attack?
No, this time you're getting sneak attack.
Nice. That is 18 damage.
Total between all of them?
Yes.
All right, so it looks extremely injured off after all that. It looks like it wants to take another snap at Nyx to see if it can carry you away. But then instead it just does a massive roar in your direction, and for a second you have to like cover your ears and block some of the noise because it's almost stunning. And then it runs away
Attack of
and does
opportunity.
no. That was me describing a disengage action.
A T-Rex can just disengage?
Yeah, as an action.
Oh, right.
Anything can
No.
disengage as an action. And it is having straight up not a good time right now. It just wanted an easy snack and saw some small people. So it's leaving.
I'm just gonna, like, mimic a roar after it'd be like, ah, and then be like, ow, ow. That hurt.
So it's 50 feet away now. So next up, if we can stop combat now, or anybody that wants to go can go.
Just roar back. And
All right, just a bunch of people roaring.
And then I go,
Yeah, you better
and
run.
then I give Nyx a good cookie. It's
What does
just
that do again?
Just 1 hit point.
Heals 1.
It's more just for the gesture.
Ugh. That sucked.
It was a little unexpected. Hopefully Aether didn't run into one of those, because
Yeah.
I don't think she'd been able to take those big bites like you did.
Yeah, no. I think she'd probably be dead.
Yeah, I think she probably would be. I think we should probably go find her real quick.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
All right. So that's super weird because I was following your logic, but I thought the natural conclusion was she's probably dead, so we should leave her. But
No.
whatever.
I don't want to leave my friend behind.
You
Especially
already
if
did.
she's dead.
In the mist. That's what happened.
Well, like, it's like if you had really close friends and like they just went missing, wouldn't you want to go find them?
Oh, because they're my close friends, so they be close to me. That's in the
Well,
essence of the phrase.
Aether's a close friend metaphorically speaking.
I mean, I'll be honest, I've only known them for a couple days, but they're supposed to be protecting me, so I feel like I have to go save her. So she
Right.
can protect me more.
Y'all think some pretty strange things. But we're gonna see what we can do. You know, we could just ask the locals.
Oh yeah?
Yo, this is Burning Tree Clan. So we could just ask them.
Do they burn
Oh.
trees?
Don't they want us to stay away from their territory?
Probably. But also, they usually like people from Jotunheim.
Oh, so do
Well,
you want to lead the way?
well, yes, I'm the guy. That's
That's like his whole job.
yes.
I'm bleeding out. Don't be sassing me right
That's
now.
why I gave you the good cookie. It's
I'm very stressed.
make it feel better.
She's still raging and just like attacking a bush every couple seconds.
Oh yeah, Crumbs is like still like in full war mode, just like I just for what the heck?
What? Well, let's start traveling this way. Um, I hope the voter was there. That would be good.
The what?
Who?
It's just a lady. She's in charge. She's like pot tree or something.
Oh.
Yeah, she lives around these parts. She wasn't originally from here though.
You know, I was gonna ask how a person could be part tree, but then it dawned on me that I'm almost entirely made of metal, so that's probably a dumb question.
Yep. That is a pretty dumb question. You're made out of metal? I thought you were just wearing some funky armor.
No, that's my skin, kinda.
That's your skin.
He made of metal and
Well,
then
and my
next thing
bones.
was shiny for a second like crumbs.
Can you feel it when I touch you? And he pokes your armor.
Yeah, I think so. I probably have like
Wow.
sensors and stuff.
Your armor can
We
feel.
Go back to looking for Aether. I feel like
Who's
this is not a
Aether?
relevant conversation.
All right. Well, let's get going. And then he begins to lead you throughout the forest. And after that last encounter, things seem to be pretty good. Although you do see a bunch of birds with like uh, axe-shaped, just a giant swarm of these birds that have like an axe-shaped beak, um, just like swarm down, and you can hear the roars of a T-Rex start roaring into the air before kind of sputtering out with the and start to get overshadowed by the squawking of these birds. You can only imagine what fate befell that poor T-Rex.
Oh.
Um, and then, so make a survival check, everyone.
I feel bad for the T-Rex if it didn't try to gut me.
You're all gonna have advantage of this because Defu.
I feel like I've been missing out on some mental imagery here.
Hmm?
Because it's dawned on me that I have no. How tall is Nyx?
She's like 5 foot.
Okay,
She's short.
that's not that short. I mean, it's kind of short.
I mean,
That's kind of short. I guess
shorter than Corona.
compared to Lizzie, it's kind of short.
I mean, yes. That's like the whole point.
I guess that's fair.
There was a time where I was like, I'll never play anything shorter than 5'9" because I don't know how to be shorter than 5'9".
Brenda, how tall are you?
I'm offended by
I'm
that.
5'3". I was gonna say just imagine my mom. I mean,
Yeah.
my mom's like 5'1", but we all know.
Oh,
We know the truth.
I'm a little offended by what Lizzie just said though, because I'm only 5'8".
Sorry.
No, I don't actually care, but
My sister
that
says
was
she's
funny.
5 foot, but that's not true, and we think that's funny. Anyway, y'all start to head through. Start to head through the forest, and eventually,
I got 18.
Are you checking our survival checks?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I got 18.
You got 18, and what did Nyx get?
23.
23. Awesome. So that'll be enough that you don't need to make wisdom saving throws.
Dope.
Yeah,
I'll do it anyway.
I ain't that wise.
yeah.
Um,
Didn't work out for you. All right.
wait, what?
Oh, Matt just said he was going to do it anyway, and then
I
didn't tell me
actually-
the answer.
I didn't.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
I didn't actually do it.
So you guys start to head through the forest, and eventually you start to make it to a region where a large elephant person steps out from behind a tree and goes, "Oh, hello." And then
Hello.
Defum goes, "Well, hello. It's good to see you too. I'm here with some friends. There was one of you saw a little lady. She has skin made out of metal, but it looks clear, and she's got wings on her back like a bird." No, that's Defum describing Aether.
Oh,
He goes,
I'm so sorry.
"Oh,
I got a text message from a scammer. I was like,
You're fine.
zoning out.
oh, yeah, we did see a lady like that. I think I think Paxillara might ate her though, but that's
What?
anyway. Do you want to see Devoto? And Diffun goes, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then they start to head off in a different direction, and you eventually start to see the giant tree I described earlier.
Wait, did you say her name's Devoto and not just Voto?
No, it's Vodo. He said the Vodo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
So Voto's like a title.
seemingly.
Okay.
And her middle
I
name's
promise
the.
I'm paying attention. I promise.
All right, so I'm gonna write down some things so I don't forget constantly.
Come here.
No.
We're gonna participate for a minute. Come here.
Eventually you make it back, and you can see, and as you all approach, you just spot Aether walking out of part of a tree with a beautiful woman made out of vines.
Nyx is just gonna run and like tackle hug Aether.
As you start to run with like a vaguely aggressive stance, you see a bunch of people kind of lock up, but then they let you through. And you see as the centaur lady starts yelling at the elephant that walked them back. And you don't hear the exact phrasing, but basically, well, you just let more people in. And you see him explain, "Oh, it's just Defum was here," and then, but yeah, that's and then you see each other, and you get tackled.
Ah, okay. This
Why
is
on earth did you wander away from us? I was holding on to a stick. Do you think that this is a joke? You don't know how dangerous this place is. I was worried sick. We ran into a T-Rex. I'm bleeding out of my stomach.
just gonna hug her and be like,
Ow, oh wait, don't squeeze, out. That actually, out.
you and I both know that that was not on purpose.
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
So I guess we're headed back then, right? This is good. I'll turn to Lily. I'll go be like, everything's okay. These are the friends that I was talking about. I guess Diffu knew where to look. Can't thank him enough.
Yes. That sounds good. As long as you always remember our promise.
Right.
Oh. So you're not Ember Nox guard.
No.
Is he?
Oh, former, but no longer.
And she begins to approach you and goes, I haven't seen a model like you. I wonder if they didn't produce them in that region.
What? Wait, what did you? I'm confused by what you just said.
She just expressed that she had never seen a model like you. Perhaps it was because your region, because that model came out in a different region than she lived in.
I've never seen a walking oven before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm something of a custom build, you could say.
Oh,
Had a lot of wires moved around.
I
And a lot
see.
of parts replaced.
I thought that perhaps maybe the Embernox learned a lesson and started to put themselves to a better use than brutalizing people, and perhaps they just decided to start feeding people. But nope, you're unique. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, and you head on your way.
Thank you for the diplomacy. Much
Yes,
appreciated.
of course. I promise you didn't need to be so afraid. I hope we didn't come across as the savages that they tell you we are.
Of course not. Just afraid being on my own. But that is all. We should get going now.
Yeah,
Nyx
that
is
sounds
just
great.
kind of like giving the evil eye to Liliago and just being like, I don't trust you. You kidnapped my friend. But I'm not gonna say anything because she's alive. But I'm looking at you.
And by the way, anytime that you guys are talking to Liliago, the centaur, who you now know to be named Paxillara, kind of like always puts up a defensive stance next to the Iago in a position of authority. Um, so yeah, you guys can just leave and head out if you'd like. Back out into the forest.
Sounds great. Unless you have other ideas. Nyx, namely, what are you doing?
And Nyx is just gonna like try to like do like a patch of her skin to like match the Liago, just like seeing if she can like hit the vines right and stuff.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Just like
You
doing
start to
that,
practice.
like by
Mhm.
not hiding it, just like, okay.
You've got some pretty strange abilities.
Yeah, I'm one of a kind.
One of a kind too. Were you mutated by the Feywild? You from here?
I was not.
Well, all right.
I don't
I'm
think you need to know any other information.
that's and then you see her like flinch in pain for a second, and just like a small bit of like blood starts to pour from her nose, and she wipes it away for a second. Um, I'm so sorry. It was very rude of me. Um, would any of you like some tea?
Yeah.
I think we should probably get going before it gets any later. But
Uh,
thank you.
yes, of course. You have a great journey. Um, all right. You can head out and go over. So if you guys are heading back through the forest, I need you to make another survival check.
You offer that tea to
I'm
go by
scared.
any chance?
Oh, if you're interested, I would love to share some with you. Do you have any preferences? We have all sorts of like flowery, fruity teas, and we also have some of the more earthy kind, like ginger.
Whatever you recommend.
I'm gonna recommend this rose tea, and she packs up a small bag for you and gives it to you.
Thank you.
Of course, it is my pleasure.
So,
Yeah, and you guys can go.
Yeah.
Aether's just like, let's go, let's go, let's go,
Yeah.
let's go.
Make a survival check on your way out,
To roll 20 plus 8.
and you have advantage.
14. It's better than a 4 that I rolled the first time.
I
Matt,
also
what'd
got
you
a
get?
14.
All right.
So, like, the horror stuff does not bother me, but for some reason I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Can you guys roll a d20 for me?
There's a difference between like discomfort and anger. I'm kind of just mad. I don't know why, honestly. Crumbs is just mad.
Should I roll it?
Yeah, somebody go ahead.
3.
3, okay. Let me look at my table.
Oh no.
My natural 20 didn't do any saving.
Your natural 20 did great. Your other two friends failing didn't help.
Oops.
So let's see.
Let's see what dinosaur tries to eat us this time.
All right. Can I get you guys as you're walking through the forest, you actually get a good bit of distance, and eventually you start to hear a noise of some sort of pipes playing in the wilds, just like weaving through the trees and getting to your ears. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
What? For some reason, when you said pipes, like, you probably mean like pan flute noise, right?
That is what I mean.
My mind immediately went to bagpipe.
I mean, they are the perfect instrument.
21.
Agree to disagree.
I'm not a
I
great
hate
band lady.
bagpipes.
They are just.
They're terrible.
They're good.
Matt, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
All right.
18.
Ooh.
The pipes. The
You're
pipes.
all of you hear the pipes and you kind of like shake it off and like you feel your mind state starts to get hazy and you guys are like that's weird. You start walking forward and you just realize that your guide just like turned around.
Defum. Hey,
Defum?
Defum.
Not responding.
Yo, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
throw
go
a
around
rock
and
at
find
his
him
head.
and be like, try to physically turn him around.
I want you to make a strength check.
That's gonna go really well. 7.
7 total.
Yep.
He actually rolled very badly. He got an 11, but you still like dig your heels into the ground, and he just keeps walking forward, very glazed over eyes.
Throw a rock at his head.
Make an attack roll.
Oh
What do I add to it?
Just add your dexterity modifier.
I have another idea. While she's throwing a rock at his head, I'm just going to try to mimic his walk and follow him.
Nyx, make your attack roll.
I got a 19.
So you hit. You see it like it hits the back of his head, and a little bit of blood starts to trickle out the back.
Hmm.
And with that, you hit him in the back, and he shakes his head. Oh, sorry about that. I suppose you some really good music. I got distracted.
Right. So stay focused on the path ahead and not this scary magic business.
Right, let's keep going. And he starts walking the wrong direction for a little bit, and goes, "Oh, my bad. I got all turned around from what I last remember." And he turns around and then starts heading in the right direction for a while.
Right.
All right, you guys start to head through the forest, and eventually, as you're heading through the forest, you come across what appears to be a tree that was cut down in the middle, cut down, and so all you see is a stump. And weirdly, there's just like this glowing, like almost from sunlight, glowing beam of light coming through the canopy and centering on this tree stump where you see something glittering at the center.
Is a Lorax gonna pop out of it?
I hope so.
There's something glittering in the center.
Yep.
Well,
Nyx is gonna go look at it.
That's not mysterious at all.
Alright.
Okay.
You see a small coin.
Next. Next.
Shiny.
Next.
I don't think I could possibly.
Remember where we are and what has just happened?
I know, but it's just there.
I don't think it's worth it.
Nyx, I
But-
think if you gave me a week, I couldn't list all the possible horrible outcomes of you picking up that coin.
Are there any other coins around the stump?
Make a perception check or investigation if you'd like.
I'll probably just do perception because I'll be listening to my friends and holding back.
Mhm.
Also, because my perception's better. That is 18.
18. Yeah. There's no other coins.
Doesn't that
Just the
seem a
one.
little bit peculiar?
You do notice, however, I want to remind you, the currency of the time is not coins. They're standards, which are like a,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
The bar things.
Mhm.
Strange magic.
This is so hard.
I mean, not the
Does
smartest guy, but can I like look at the coin, not touch it, just look at it?
What do you want to discern about it?
Well, looking at what I'm good at, I guess I should stick to that. So I'm gonna say, where is it from? What is the history of a coin that looks like this?
You're old, and somewhere in your data banks there might be some hidden memory of like past times that use the past currency. So make a history check.
I know nothing about magic.
What were you thinking?
Got 10. No, I wanted a history check, but I
Mhm.
just rolled a 5, so I got 10.
You have no idea. It's not in your data banks.
Can I do an arcana check to see if I can get a magical vibes from it. I don't know anything about magic, but if Nyx is just like,
Yeah, I wanted to see if it was like maybe an illusion or if there was some magic stemming from like the light that was coming through.
Sure. So upon further inspection, you do see that on the top, you see on the top picture, you see the image of like a fisted hand, holding some sort of like maybe a sword or a sword or a blade of some kind. But yeah, make your rolls.
God, it's only 5:30. I feel like it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
What did you guys get?
I haven't rolled yet because I'm looking for something.
17.
15,
No, 7.
Does
17.
this look like the same or similar as to the coin that that Celia wanted us to like take at some point?
It looks identical.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Black.
Can't find the note.
I don't even know what that means because I have no idea what she's talking about.
Remember, it was like something good could happen, but something really bad could also happen, and I can't remember what those things were. Cause I'm trying to go through my notes.
To be fair, it's
Next.
probably good I don't remember because the character that would is dead. So
Because we didn't end up doing anything with it because we were like, this is really risky. Because that was one of the things she was like, I can give you this if you like do that thing for the mayor or something. If I'm remembering.
I think Quipper ended up with it, so I think it's gone.
Cool.
I don't remember that at all.
Because she did give it.
Yeah.
But
We just didn't do it.
Nyx, you're pretty sure this thing's magical. If nothing else, just the vibes of the place you're in. You're like, for sure, there's no way it's not magical.
Do I? Oh, hang on.
Mhm.
Want to see, I don't know if this is a possible thing, but I want to see if Nyx is able to combat herself mentally to keep herself from grabbing the coin.
Roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier. And I'm gonna say then roll a different die and add your charisma modifier.
Okay.
If the wisdom wins, then you're good.
While
Hilarious.
while she is having this internal conflict, can I make an insight check on Nyx to see how she's doing with her internal conflict?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if I think she's about to just reach out and pick up a mysterious magical coin.
Aether's just like looking around and like this thing's happening in the background.
So my wisdom roll was a 10, and my charisma roll was a 7 total.
Okay.
I got an 18 on my insight.
Wow.
You see Nyx's eyes physically change size. Because originally they're like the center of her eyes are just normal, and then you see them focus and then expand. And as she gets excited, her pupils go outside what her iris should be, as she's just like dead set on this item. Nyx, what do you do?
Well, my wisdom beat my charisma, so I guess I'm not grabbing it.
Wow.
Because I wanted to actually see what would happen based on the dice rolls. Because I didn't want to just be like, Nyx grabs it, but like, she's still fighting really hard. I think I might have to do another one.
Whatever you want to do. It sounds like you just want to take it and blame it on the dice.
No, but I want to see, I want there to be like an actual like physical check.
How about this?
What'd you get?
Well, actually, yeah, what's she got?
My wisdom roll was a 2. My charisma roll was an 18.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna be a better person.
You were on the fence. You shake it off, and then you look at it again. and you just feel a smirk come across your face.
Thanks.
Lizzie, what are you doing?
Oh, grab.
Thanks.
You go and grab it.
Can I attempt to prevent that?
Sure, make a grapple check. Make an attack roll.
Which definitely would make sense since you were
This is
seeing my
this is
battle.
technically an unarmed attack, and you're not raged right now.
That's fine. I don't think I have that active at the moment. Right. Oh. She was close, but not quite. That's an 11.
Yeah, you go and grab forward, and she like leaps through like an animal, and then runs on all fours, and then grabs it.
Thanks.
You go and you grab the coin.
Well, I guess
You
we'll find
flip it
out what
over,
does.
and you see the face, and you see a serpent on the other side. You flip it over again, and you see the head of a person with a crown atop their head.
That looks familiar.
Well, doesn't look like she died or anything, so that's a good sign.
As long as nothing is coming out or to attack us or exploding, I guess we can just put that away and move on. Maybe.
Nyx is looking at it like a cat looks at a laser pointer and is just like,
Is the light still coming through
Yeah.
the canopy? Just like a very
Yeah.
suspicious.
That honestly just seems like a weird coincidence.
opens the moldy pouch.
Okay.
Also,
I'm gonna
Put
look
in.
around. I'm like, is there anyone in the trees? Is there anyone behind
Make a
the
perception
trees?
check,
Looking
and I believe you
around?
have advantage.
Out, don't I?
I do, because of my goggles.
I'm sorry.
Don't I still have
Liz?
Noki out?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Yeah, because like Noki was like chilling on my shoulders.
Sure. Yeah. You see Anoki was like, they were just eyeing it the whole time. They were full on ready to go.
They were like, "Nyx, take it."
23 perception.
You look up and you see there is a large amount of those same birds that you saw kill the T-Rex up in the canopy. Well, I suppose you didn't see it, but they're up there.
Do they seem interested in the coin at all, or are they just chilling?
They're just looking at you, waiting for one of you to be injured.
Okay.
I
Nyx
am
is
injured.
injured.
They're injured in an amount where they feel like they can take you.
Sure.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Let's just keep going on our
Mhm.
way. Make sure we don't look like we're little hurt
Mhm.
things.
Nyx is
in the
like
middle of the forest.
skipping now because she got something shiny.
Yeah. So
Make sure
then
not
you
to trip.
eventually head to your you eventually make it back, and you can see the outline of the Jotunheim through some of the forest, and you finally make it back.
That was a lot. Well.
That was all.
So, are we staying here for the night? Are we going back now? Somehow?
All right. So you guys said you'll pay me a little bit extra for your to help find your friend. So if we could get that cleared away right away.
I'm the one that got lost. I should probably pay for it. See.
So the
Technically-
agreed amount was 50 gold. We gave him half before, and we were gonna give him half after.
Mhm.
Aether, why don't you just give him like 5? He doesn't know the difference.
That makes me feel bad inside, so I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. You don't have to do anything.
I'm still gonna give him something. I'm just trying to do math.
All right, Diffroom. Here's the other half from me.
All right. Thank you very much. And you do give him 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give him 10.
10 extra gold. I gotta say, that's a small amount compared to the amount of risk. There was a T-Rex. Well, I understand.
A
You all
T-Rex
didn't
that
get.
you hid from.
It was a
I gave you a
T-Rex.
good old smack, which is something I never promised to do. So consider that an extra. That said, you didn't get any seeds or residue, so therefore, I think you all are already in a sorry enough state. I will be just fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Enjoy your dragon scales. Although, also give our condolences to their mother.
Enjoy
I'll
the
for
bits
sure do
of
that.
flesh. Tell the bits of flesh's family that we're sorry.
I'll do that. I know them pretty well. I used to play with him when I was a little kid. Give him go smack with his stick, and he hit me with his tail. He was better at that than I was, because because back then he was 225 years old, and I was
Making me
15 years
sad.
old.
This is making me very sad. We're just gonna go. Okay.
Bye.
Go.
You see as he begins to ponder the age difference he had between his friends growing up. Yeah, and you can leave. You can go to Golrion's house, whatever you'd like.
Perhaps we should go to Golrion's house and just tell her what we saw, what we
Mhm.
found out.
Sure,
Since
we can. If you'd like to roleplay that, we can, or if you'd like to say anything extra, or we can just kind of, for the sake of brevity.
I think we'll just tell her that we found pieces of his armor, right? And
Yeah.
we
We're
found the
telling
dragon, so we can tell her about the dragon. Especially since she'll probably know who they were. And then we'll also say, I'll also mention, like, there's a guy not there. What was it, like a vision thing that we saw with there was like a man with tentacles coming out
We
of
were
his
like
mouth?
It was.
looking back in time.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. She goes, I see. That's not something I understand, the man, but I will communicate to this to the families. I appreciate the work you've done. Um,
There is hope, though.
I'm not going to tell her that, but if you get any more information, it would be incredibly valuable to me.
Well, we think it's very possible he's in the Sanctorum district.
Hmm. And he may be lost.
Well, I mean, I was able to get out, so if I can get out.
He's a lot bigger than you, and you can shapeshift.
Yeah.
And also, this is a little confusing to you because she speaks giant at every possible chance. Unless she's directly addressing either of you, she's talking giant. But that's just. But in any case, you guys can finish up with that. Eventually, you have to communicate to. I always want to say Dagon now, but he's Omar. Uh,
Wrong one.
Eventually, you have to communicate to Omar. You have to stay there for like a day because Omar's not free all the time. So if there's anything you want to see there, like go shopping or anything, then you can do that.
I do wanna if it's not like some kind of secret hidden away thing, I wanted to check out what the rock thing looks like to just get like a better look at it.
It is secret and hidden away. However, it's secret and hidden away in the house you live, and it's not secret to you, so it's not really a problem. So
Okay.
yeah, you go up to it. What would you like to do?
I'm just trying to like make sure I know exactly what I'm looking for, since I didn't really pay attention to it the first time.
Make an Arcana check.
12, because I'm rolling terribly.
This is a really complicated weave of magical runes. It
Mhm.
seems like you can't understand what it's trying to do specifically because it is so above your head in just numbers and equations. You start to write stuff down and like follow the path of logic behind this magic, and it's just
Too tired.
but you do recognize this to be a threshold crest.
Nice.
Yep. Couldn't think of a different name, so I just went with that one. Because it's
Perfect.
basically the same thing.
That makes me so emotional. Okay. You write that down. Rock thing. AKA. Okay.
All right.
Go
All right.
on
So you
up.
guys, eventually Omar shows up. He gets you out of there. Now you can do whatever you'd like. You're back in the city of Cardinfall.
Right. Should we, I don't know, go
Maybe-
straight to Sanctorum or
Do a detour at home first, and then a sanctorum stop. You know, well, partially to sleep because I'm hurt. Another because I want Celia to look at this coin and tell me if it can do anything cool.
it's a good idea.
And 3, I need to mentally prepare for the trauma that I am about to reintroduce to myself.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we can stop at home first. Crumbs, do you have anywhere that you'd like to go or things to pick up?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have any music going on.
Question.
All right.
loud birds outside my window that are providing some ambiance.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Do we want to do like a dinner break at 6?
I'm down for that.
If you'd like.
Like a quick thing with Celia identifying the coin and then
Sure. If you go to Celia, basically all she does is tell you that is the same coin that she gave you.
what is it
Like,
called
not-
again?
The coin of 4 sides. It is not on D&D Beyond.
Oh.
I don't think. You can check. I don't think it is.
Can you put it on D&D Beyond?
No.
Why?
It's a little different than that.
Secret.
Okay.
Its specific effects are not supposed to be known to you.
Oh.
Ooh.
I imagine it's probably like a deck of many things, but just.
It is all the things
It's a
that
coin of
a
a
deck
couple
of many
things.
things. Yeah, it's everything that a deck of many things could do. This can do less, and they're less bad, but also less good. Like, unlike the deck of many things, your character will not be deleted. Unlike the deck of many things, all of your possessions will not disappear.
But that's like the best.
Uh, Yeah, and but also unlike the deck of many things, you don't get a full level up or a wish spell. So you know, it's just a balanced version, presumably.
I don't remember. Okay. Okay.
I don't actually remember ever getting this, and I haven't checked
It was
Quipper's
early.
like
I
It was like
character
the
sheet.
third episode, I think.
It's not
I remember this coin existing, and I remember hearing about it from Celia. And I remember it being like a thing we could have, and I didn't remember us specifically taking it, but it's very possible we did, and it just died with Quipper.
Mm.
Matt,
If we-
do you still
if
have
we
Quipper's
took it-
information?
Well, that's why I said like if we did take it and give it to Quipper, it died a long time ago because it's nowhere in his character sheet.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find it in my notes for some reason. I know that I wrote something down, but it's just like it's deleted itself.
It's a mystery.
I'll be looking for it over the break.
Either way, this is either another one or the same exact coin that somehow got there.
Spooky.
He's just determined to find us.
Yeah. Uh,
He just
So,
wants us to flip the coin. That's all.
you guys are back in the sounds of Sharon Whistle, and before we go on break, you start to hear as a machine whirs down outside of your front door.
What? Like that. I assume there's a window. Can I look out? The
Yeah,
window?
you look out the big store window, and you see there is a large motorcycle that looks kind of standard design for the most part, with like somewhat rugged edge. It's got like black paint and stuff. However, at the center where the engine is, you see it's made out of like brass and copper with a very steampunk looking design and some pipes and an eyeball sticking out of the side. Roll a quick Arcana check for me.
Okay. On D&D Beyond, why did you do this to me? Okay. All of my dice are falling. Okay. I'm rolling really bad Arcana checks today. That's an 11.
That's an 11.
I have a +8. I'm rolling like 2s and 3s.
You get a sense of familiarity. Like, I've seen something like that before, but you don't remember what it is.
Is there anyone on it? Or is
Yeah,
it just...
yeah, and you see a woman gets off. She is wearing like a jacket and things, and she has snakes as hair that are just coiled back, and they aren't like up and around her head, but they're just kind of sitting back, and you see some of them towards the back of her head are peeling outward to look in front of her. And she begins to walk up to the door, and yeah, your door. She kind of knocks on it, and then like tries to look in through the window, and you go.
Is someone there?
There's someone with a motorcycle with an eye and a snake hair.
What?
She's about to knock on the door. What do we do?
Maybe she wants to buy a toy.
Right. I guess. Has she knocked yet?
Yeah, she knocked at the moment that you peeled back. You hear knock again.
I'll open the door.
Nyx is like
You open the
vibing
door.
on
You
Aether's
see her like
nervous
looking
energy.
at. Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna say Nyx is like picking up on Aether's nervous energy and is also nervous, so she's just gonna sit against the wall and like wood pattern her skin like a chameleon. Still very obviously there, but like
Does she get Barley to change as well?
yes.
She forgets about that and does it afterwards. So it's a person, and then you see she looks up and sees this, but just expressionless. She's got like super dark skin, and she's just like watching you walk up. Hi, and she hi,
Hi.
can I come in?
Yes. Of course. Yeah. Right.
Okay, great. You see as she like pats her motorcycle real quick, and it just transforms into an eye that she catches in her hand, and then she puts it in her pocket. She
Oh,
walks
cool.
in, closes the door behind her, sees the shutters, and immediately closes them behind her.
I want to just like
Yeah.
sit.
Mhm.
I just want to like sit off to the side of the room and just not move.
You're just like, if I sit still, they won't notice.
I'm just gonna like sit. I'm just gonna like turn
Yeah.
off my eyes
Mhm.
and like the lights in my eyes and just sit and just act
Please
like
just entry now.
just gonna act.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna act like an unfinished robot.
Robot.
I'm just
All right.
not on.
Make a deception check.
Oh,
It'd be funny if you just threw a towel on top of yourself.
very
like,
good at those.
I'm a scrap metal. Don't worry about it.
He's very charismatic. If you didn't know, that's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, you sit down, and as she walks in, you go and sit down and pretend to be still. She's just looking around. She looks around at you at this strange display and goes, "All right. So I'm here," and she's like looks over her shoulder real quick.
Is
I'm
there
just here.
a problem?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Totally. So I'm just here to let you guys know that some dick is gonna try to kill you later. And I just wanted to tell you ahead of time,
What is this about?
because you killed his brother, dumbass. This is I didn't know. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm gonna get out of here. Um, I just didn't feel right not giving you guys some warning ahead of time. But yeah, there's like the Myrmidon, the big one.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna. And he's gonna come with his other brother too. He bought a motorcycle for me, so I was just gonna let
Do
you
you
guys
know?
know.
Do you know how long we have?
Oh,
Nyx is gonna peel off the wall like she was stuck there, like those things you go, she's just gonna peel and just be like, what?
yeah, right. So, I don't know for sure. I was just, he bought a motorcycle from me and was bragging about it, so I thought I'd, tell you guys ahead of time.
That's very appreciative of that. Is this widely spread news, or is this just an occurrence he happened to come in and brag about it, or do people know
Oh,
about us accidentally maybe doing that?
I don't know. He knew about you and he told me about you because I don't know. But yeah, I don't plan on being here any longer than I need to. I just wanted to let you guys know and then get out of Dodge. And don't tell anybody that I was here. How's
Of
that?
course. Thanks so much. Maybe we can buy something from you in the future. So thanks.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. If you live, of course. Um,
Sorry. Who? I'm confused.
hmm.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm a member of the Sakar Syndicate, Zykia.
What? Spelling?
You know, I'm not gonna tell you anymore. I don't even know why I told you my name. I don't know what came over me.
How do you spell that?
How do you spell that name that you shouldn't have told us?
Yeah, she's not. Are you? She's not expressing that, and are you just asking me?
I'm asking the DM.
Uh, Zychica.
I got that so wrong.
Zychiia.
IA.
Zikia?
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just not how she
Zykia?
pronounces it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Um, thank you. I guess we have some preparations to make now.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be
The
advisable.
actual Shui.
Should
Can we
probably
not
get
have a
away
break?
from a bunch of civilians, is what I would guess.
Yeah.
I just want one night where someone doesn't want to kill us. It'd be
Well,
so
then you
nice.
probably shouldn't have killed somebody part of a crime syndicate.
It was an accident.
Look, we were just doing our job. You don't even know who we are, so
We were protecting a friend. He had bongos.
Right. So I'm gonna leave. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Um, if you kill him, cut him to pieces and throw him in the sewer somewhere so nobody finds him.
Huh?
It makes you feel any better. I'm pretty sure his dad doesn't know he's coming, so that'll come off your back.
uh,
Great.
All right,
Great.
sounds great.
Well, see you. Maybe. Hopefully.
Mhm.
I guess.
Yeah. And then she leaves looking somewhat jovially, and then just like walks out the door. You hear her activate the eye again, and her motorcycle just appears in her hand. And like in one single motion of the motorcycle appearing, she jumps on it while it's still forming, and then it revs off.
that
I
is the
love
coolest
her.
thing I've ever seen.
I love her so much. I'm
You
so
guys
confused.
know that one scene in Civil War where
That's exactly
Bucky
what it looks like.
grabs the motorcycle and
Yeah.
good
I'm
shit.
so confused by her, and I love her.
Yeah. So that can be the last thing before break.
Hey, cool,
Great.
cool times.
Gonna go
I feel like a lot of
eat
like
dinner
different puzzle pieces that Crumbs has heard about them just all got put together. He's like, well, I know their one friend got murdered by a crime boss, and I also know they were probably the ones that broke into the Citadel. And now it all just makes sense. It all just makes so much sense.
We really weren't subtle. The fact that it took this long for us to face consequences for our actions, a miracle.
Well, Omar covered for you. He made
Yeah.
you disappear and stuff. So it just like you were fine, but now that you're back, you're back.
We were quiet.
Sort of. Let's go eat and plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Alrighty.
great. When will we be back?
Why don't we give an hour this time? Because it took us a little longer to cook food than we thought it was the last time.
This week, guys, like that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
An hour it
very.
is.
I will be figuring out what the heck I'm gonna do next.
Let's try to meet back at 7.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All right, welcome back, everyone. Matt is super good at countdowns.
I'm super good.
And all right, so last our heroes left off, if you can call them that. They were
Okay.
they were in the Sounds of Sharon Whistle, in which a woman with dark skin and snakes' hair pulls up in a arcane clockwork motorcycle, which instantly disapparates, and she approaches to warn you that some people are going to come and try to kill them. This is news to really only one of them, as they have apparently murdered these two people's brother, um, and now they're coming for revenge. Now we're back in the Sounds of Sharon Whistle immediately after Zykia left.
It's news
What are you guys doing?
It's news that's less surprising than it is just. Yeah, alright.
Now we have to do this.
Sounds about right. Based on what I've seen so far, largely unsurprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't know how Aether killed her parents. I just know she's sad about it. So, I mean...
Rough. So, is one of you able to maybe heal me if we're gonna be in battle? Because I got really chomped on by that T-Rex and I could probably use some assistance.
Do you think that we have through the night, or do we have to leave right now?
Well, considering one of them's a Myrmidon and probably doesn't really need to sleep and is fueled by rage and vengeance to get revenge for the death of their brother that they didn't really like anyways, but I mean, it's still their brother.
Right. Let me check my
Something tells me we should probably leave.
I have like one spell slot.
Oh no.
I mean, I have one health potion that you can use.
I have a healing potion I can use.
I mean,
I have all my first level spell slots, but that's not super effective healing.
Oh wait, I have 2 potions of healing.
well, let me rephrase. I have one spell slot, and then I have like one from the level up, so I can do like one second level spell and one third level spell.
You see as Crumbs looks inside of his stomach, and there's a set of like charging capacitors on the side of the wall, and only like the smallest ones are glowing.
There's like 4 little ones and like 3 big ones, and the 3 big ones are just all juiced out. They're just empty.
So something tells me that we are not going to do well in a battle.
Where else could we go, though? We need to sleep somehow.
Well, why are you called the Sewer Squad?
That's where we ran into the first one, though.
The last place I would look.
It's very
That's not
possible
true. That'd
they
be,
might
like, the
try to
first
go
place I
through
would
the
look,
sewer to
actually.
get here.
Yeah, normally I would say that's a good idea, but that is where we fought and accidentally killed the first one. So.
I might know someone we can hide with.
Oh?
Well, I mean, I have connections almost everywhere. It all just depends on if they're willing to let us hide from the Sikaar Syndicate in their house.
I
And
feel like that would be a short term, though.
considering the people that I know are also those who purchase drugs from the Sikaar Syndicate, it's very likely that they will say no.
And we would just be sitting ducks.
We could always go somewhere where they wouldn't expect us to go, like...
I feel like we could discuss this while we move.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, here's the thing. Sorry.
Brings out a notebook.
We could always go back to the Scale District and go to Che, which was that one guy we stayed with the one time.
Yeah.
Like, the Scale District is such a random place for us to go.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I'm just imagining that interaction again. Oh, that's hilarious. I suppose we could. Maybe we could go there and think of a better plan there.
Yeah.
Got any bright ideas, Crumbs, or we just
Well, I
flying blind?
mean, there's a couple of friendly regulars at the restaurant, but I don't know if they would harbor fugitives.
I thought the restaurant blew up.
It did, but that didn't mean people didn't go there. I mean, I'm just saying there were some people that went there that were nice. But
Oh, you meant people. Okay, I thought.
no, I'm not.
Never mind.
I'm not saying. Well, I mean, we might. I don't know if they rebuilt the restaurant yet or not. We might be able to go like hide in the basement or something. If they
I'm
haven't
gonna
rebuilt
drink
it
both
yet.
of my regular healing potions.
Sorry.
I just want to say that.
Although
That's a
that'd be
big
kind of
maybe.
depressing to hide in the basement of a blown up restaurant. Plus, that was
Do you
like
guys
a
want
while
to take
ago
a
at
short
this point.
rest?
Yeah,
I guess a short rest would make sense, but I'm more scared of being here.
I
So
think it would make sense somewhere else.
Yeah.
What about your friend with the magic cart?
We maybe
we
see
could.
her. We could ask her.
We could.
At least for like,
It's probably a safe chance because her card doesn't technically really exist.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
at least go there to talk, so that we're not sitting here waiting to die while we talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go find Celia.
Mm-hmm.
Walk, 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 walk.
Nice.
I wonder how much like a van would
Yeah.
cost. Let's just go get like a beat up van and go live in that.
Like the mystery machine, but
Yeah,
the
let's say
sewer squad.
The sewer mobile.
sedan.
Sewer squan.
Sewer sedan.
All right, so you're heading over to Celia.
A moist mobile.
Oh, I hate it.
Yes.
Damn it.
I love it.
I'm just gonna fill my stomach with as many groceries as I can. I'm like, I just bought these like 3 days ago.
This milk's gonna go bad.
Well, the milk can stay. Milk is
I'm
like,
just like
kinda...
nervously like.
synthetic milk is actually kind of cheap nowadays. It's not that hard to buy.
Celia.
Thanks for doing some world building that actually checks out in the universe. Yes, there is synthetic milk.
It's not real. It's like synthesized. It's like water with like calcium and protein just like,
However,
injected
the
into
Flesh Gardens does produce milk sometimes.
it. Yeah, I usually tend to avoid that one though.
Me nor
I don't
anybody
trust
else
that.
that knows how the Flesh Garden works wants to think any more about that than we already have.
Yeah, you can get real milk from the Flesh Gardens, but you know, I kind of prefer the synthetic stuff. If I don't really want to.
You knock on the door. Before you even hit the trailer, it opens. She goes, hello. It's a pleasure to see you all again. The big one included.
Would it be okay if we just sat in here for maybe a couple minutes or maybe a night to just have some protection? We'll explain
night?
as soon as we're in. I don't know.
Like a couple hours.
We are currently being pursued.
Yeah.
I don't know about a day, but you're certainly welcome to stay here for a few hours to keep me company.
Sounds wonderful. We just need a short-term thing to plan and figure out where we go next.
I mean, it is a big city. We could just
go
somewhere.
If it is such an emergency, I do have a product I might be able to sell some of you.
Oh?
Yes.
Can we talk inside though? Cause
Oh, you're inside. She doesn't
Okay.
leave.
okay.
She has never left this cart, to your knowledge. You've never. I don't know that you've ever seen her stand up. Even when she did her surgery on you, she had you on a table in front of her.
Inoki is like walking around, probably like pawing at things, and it's just like, hey, no.
She like scratches the cat behind the ear with her like long hooked nail. She goes, yes, I've got this powder that you can um mix in with a drink or otherwise consume. And when you do this, it energizes you and rejuvenates you to approximately the same amount that a good night's rest would do.
Like
Oh,
that would be amazing.
are there any adverse effects? Do you know exactly what happens? Have you used it before?
I have not, because I am not in need of such things. However, those of a slightly weaker heart sometimes suffer failures. Don't have a weak heart.
So in other words, it's cocaine.
Something like that, approximately, but seemingly magical.
Magic cocaine.
Some
It's
people would
not.
argue that cocaine is already magical.
In this
Those
world it
people would
is.
be wrong.
Anyway.
In this, she goes, and it's not. Uh, this is magic. It isn't biological in function. So if um, your robot friend were to use it, then certainly could. Um, so that would work for them as well.
Um, how much?
Uh, this should be about 600 gold per usage.
Oh, I don't think we have enough for that, unfortunately.
I understand, but if you're ever interested in such a thing, I could always provide. Or if you're interested in me making any other potions or anything like that, you certainly could.
What is the feasibility of like a pocket dimension in a vehicle?
Pocket dimension in a vehicle.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Short resting? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've
Yeah.
started your short. This conversation is in your short rest.
Okay, so I can do
You,
hit dice.
yeah.
Okay,
You're
cool.
spending some time like bandaging wounds and things like that.
What if you,
Um,
what if you got like a van that was bigger on the inside?
I've heard of such magic, certainly not within my realm of speciality. However, if you're so inclined, perhaps you could find somebody that could.
Magic.
Go to the dice. Okay. Do we know? I mean, obviously, Nyx, you escaped there, but is there a common route to the Sanctorum district? Is it just like the train? Or.
Yeah, there is a the most common passageway is there's a couple subway stations that travel through underwater tunnels that get there. Um, you know that there are people that get in there illegally, but usually these people can breathe underwater because Sanctorum is very deep.
Mhm.
Well, one of us could get there pretty quick. Because I don't have to breathe.
I was like, are you making a joke about not being able to breathe?
Well, I wouldn't put it
Um,
as that I'm not able to
Well,
breathe. Like
you don't have
I
to.
could if I tried really hard, but now I feel like I'm.
What do you think, Nyx? What are your thoughts on going there so soon?
I mean, sorry. Ah.
Those are your thoughts.
Sorry, I was calculating. Like going to the Sanctorum district to hide from the people.
I don't know. Just as our next stop.
I mean, maybe. Is it weird that the Myrmidon and his brother don't scare me as much as the Sanctorum district does? Because
No.
No, I can understand that.
I wouldn't even really know where to look or how to get back into the lab, I don't think.
Right, I suppose that we need to know how to investigate there. Otherwise, we're just going there and have no way of knowing where to stay. um, I mean, I suppose this one is a long shot, but if we can't think of somewhere to go in the meantime, I could try calling up the Legion and see if they could be of any help, but I don't know. I don't know how the things going on with the Suns and the Myrmidons, I don't know how everyone else is wrapped up in that. If that's secret, if that's public, if we're going to become fugitives by saying something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, and the Azarius Legion, I don't really... Is the Azarius Legion, I forget, are they after the Sakaar Syndicate? Or are they more concerned with, like, supernatural things? Not
Make
supernatural.
history check. It's low DC.
I believe I remember writing down that like they weren't like against each other, but they just kind of like got in each other's way all the time.
Yeah, make a history check.
15.
15. Yeah, so the Zarius Legion certainly doesn't get along with the Sakaar Syndicate in moral principles, in values, in goals, or any of that. However, it is not the jurisdiction nor the job of the Azarius Legion to handle the Sakaar Syndicate. That is fully under the jurisdiction of the Embernox Guard. The Azarius Legion, like the Dawn Emissary, is responsible for external and arcane threats. They do not have time, resources, or concern for these issues.
Well, I mean, perhaps if they don't like necessarily interfering, it would be an unexpected place, but
However, you do know that at times that the Sakaar Syndicate gets in the way, there have been altercations. It's not like
Yeah.
they get along. If they see a crime, they will do something about it, but they never seek them out.
yeah.
What if we went to the Northern Axel district that's under quarantine?
Oh,
Because we're allowed in. They're not.
that could be a possibility. Although, what will we do from there, though? Just sit and wait for them to leave? I don't feel like they're gonna leave.
Rest up, then battle.
Or just to rest.
Celia, is there any chance you can, like, drop us off so we don't have to, like, walk?
Chauffeur.
This is something I could do. Last time I did this, we were in a bit more stress, and I was more involved.
Come on, bro. It's us. You love us. You
Make a
like me.
persuasion check.
It's me, Celia. Come on. And Anoki is like being extra cuddly and purry.
I was waiting for you to say that. Inoki, because of that, Inoki gives you advantage with the help action.
Man, that was 10 episodes ago. That madness with
18.
18. Oh, all right. I'll just, how about you give me a gold for the trouble?
Sounds great.
All right.
I'll have Anoki come pick the gold up and take it over just for some extra little like.
Oh, you're such a good little kitty. And then as she does that, you hear the sound as just like it sounds like 1,000 ravens take off around you. Any light coming in from the closed shades of the cart are just blacked out. Not that there was much light in here before, but now there is certainly none. And then, as all the noise of the ravens lands back down, and Seems everything's settled down. You feel some rocking in the cart as it settles onto the solid earth.
Wonderful.
Celia, you might be the coolest person I know.
Thank you, darling.
I suppose we should be on our way then. But,
All right,
They're so
Becky, say your
interested.
goodbyes.
Please, you're always welcome to come back for tea as long as you bring the cat.
Oh, of course.
All right, have a good day. Please tell me if you need anything as far as potions. All right.
Just cringes and
Yeah.
faces of dismay.
I don't know when Aether got like the Cat Valentine nervous laugh, but it just happens now.
Also, is Cardinfall
You guys.
frozen on us?
Yeah,
Corinne-
Corinne is also
Corinne's
frozen for
frozen.
me.
Oh no! Back now.
And we're back.
Hey. We love technology.
Yeah. All right. You walk outside the door and you can see the barricade, where the northern, in the northern Axel district.
All right.
I'm going to disguise myself to look like a normal pedestrian because I'm pink
Yeah. Okay.
and easily identifiable. Although I can't help Aether.
I was gonna say.
Actually, no. Wait. Can I take? Because Barley's like a jacket.
I have wings.
Can
That barley can be a jacket, certainly.
I was gonna say, can I like give Barley to Aether?
Mhm.
And
I
like
don't
you
know what
like
it's gonna do.
use this to disguise yourself because Barley's a mimic. So it'll change your clothes so your clothes aren't identifiable.
Barley seems uncomfortable with the change in ownership. So as soon as you put Barley on, you feel like an itching, as it seems like Barley is kind of just gnawing on a part of your shoulder.
Hey,
Not in a way that hurts, but you can feel like gross saliva and stuff.
alright, I can take him back. Barley, you know to behave better than this.
I mean, I have a pass that says we're allowed to be here, so.
Well, I mean, I know, but like, we're being hunted by people. I'm trying to be
Yeah.
like, this isn't who we are.
I have a spell that could help, but it's like one of my last spells left.
Yeah, no,
Really
I'll just disguise myself.
Right, so what's our plan, I guess? Are we just walking in?
By the way, I'm just gonna say right now, because things might get rough, and I don't want this to be a concern later. Anybody that wants to buy spell components, you can have bought them from. Yeah, sorry, I'm having a moment. You can have bought them from Celia.
Okay. I
So
don't think
mark off any gold for any spell components you might need.
I
Haha. Imagine.
I'm
Being a
just
spellcaster.
Matt, didn't you talk about one earlier that you needed?
I did. I don't have enough money for it. But
says I might need licorice for taste. Nothing specific for like anything else. And I'm guessing I can't just buy a meteorite from Celia. Figure that'll
You
pay
can.
for liquor.
She
really?
she has meteorites, yeah.
Sick.
She spent a lot of time in Gearhold. Gearhold is the site of a meteor strike.
That makes perfect sense. I
Mhm.
still don't know if I'm going to use it though because I don't have enough spells. I will wait on buying the meteorite because
For sure.
I don't think it'll be of use today.
All right.
yeah. I don't have yeah, I don't have the money for it. But I do in fact have a spell called Warding Bond. Which lets me give someone else +1 to their AC and saving throws and resistance to all damage. But every time they take damage, I also take damage.
Oh yeah.
Like I take the same amount of damage. But to cast that spell on someone, you have to both be wearing a platinum ring worth 50 gold.
That's so similar to the Astrid's Ward of Heroes thing.
It's extremely similar.
Oh, Astrid. I miss her.
But, yeah, I have 20 gold. But, I mean, if someone else wants to...
How much do you need?
I guess 80 more than I have.
For
I
a
have
setup
12.
between two people.
I have 28. True. That's also true. Depending on how we want to do it, we could either do it as I have both rings and have to give one to someone, or we could just buy 3 of them and just all wear one at all times. But I could just cast it on someone whenever.
I mean, usually I can do pretty well when I'm raging.
It's also true. I don't even
I'm
think it would
also
affect you very much because you already have resistance.
Yeah, I'm
Mostly.
resistant to everything but psychic damage.
Resistances sound great.
Really, I think
So-
what it is at the end of the day is a way for me to take half of the damage Aether would normally take and give Aether a higher AC. I think is what the
What would
spell
the
comes
AC
down
be?
to. You get a +1 to AC and saving throws.
Sick.
So it's not like huge, but it's a +1. Plus you would then have resistance to all damage, which essentially just means I would take half the damage you take. Because you have resistance and any damage you take, I also take.
I can spot you 40 gold if Aether wants to do the other 40,
I can do that.
and then you can get just 2 rings. Because I don't feel like, while that would be beneficial to me, it also doesn't really help me necessarily. But that way Aether doesn't have to shuck out 80 gold.
What that would mean between if Nyx were to have it is that would mean that your cleric would start taking the damage of your tank,
Which is not good.
which generally seems like a bad idea.
True. Although that said, I do have the resistance to non-magical damage, and also 100 hit points.
By the way, I was thinking
But it would
we
be
might
close.
change the silvered weapon thing because it doesn't make any sense for you, but I think it'll be an equally rare weapon thing. So we'll talk about that later. But what are you guys doing?
I
Going up
guess
the wall?
go in. I'll
All right, an Azarius Legion member stands there emblazoned golden armor with and he stands there with his spear and his shield ready. Excuse me, we can't allow anybody through.
I'll pull out the ladder.
He takes it and then he looks at it and his eyes go wide for a second. He's, yes, of course.
Thank
And he steps to the side and puts something up against the barrier wall, and electricity, just a door opens out of it, and you're allowed through.
Okay.
Let me change this music because this is not. Don't you like how Celia's music got nicer?
Now.
Wow.
Ooh.
You know what's
Buddies with a hag.
Oh man. You know what honestly the most broken part about that warding bond spell is? It's not a concentration spell. It lasts an hour.
Oh my god.
Which basically means before combat I could just touch Aether and be like, I'll take half your damage, you'll be good.
Hey, have you distributed your cookies yet?
Well, technically we haven't long rested yet.
Yeah.
So
We did it at the beginning of
Okay.
the day.
presumably we just have whatever we have for
Sure.
now.
Aether would still have hers, right?
I don't think so.
You never took any damage throughout the day.
When was the last long rest that we took?
I mean, I did when the Cyclops attacked me.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot he did. You're right. I forgot he did. He did very little damage to you. He
Yeah.
basically took your 10 points. 10 hit points.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait,
so
but
you
I
guys.
do think my proficiency bonus went up actually. Last time we leveled up. So now they get 4 tip HP, but
Sick.
that's whatever.
So, you guys begin to head into the this district. What are you guys doing? You walk in and you see there's this large spanning city with this wall around it. You see they've expanded this barrier wall to a greater heights and greater reinforcement. Throughout it, there are just statues scattered of people with various looks of horror or apparently no attention at all. Um, there is an air of death here, not in the sense of like you don't smell anything putrid or anything like that. It's just things, the air feels still and quiet. The sky itself feels grayed. And keep in mind, if you don't have dark vision, you're gonna have trouble here because there's no lights in the city. All the neon street lights or anything like that totally went out. There, it's just a night-filled city filled with statues, stone coffins, effectively.
Well, maybe we can find an empty hotel or something to stay in.
Yeah, I guess we can look around. Look around for just like a vacant building.
There is so many vacant buildings. Every building is vacant, and you're in a city.
Ah.
Um, do you look around specifically for a hotel?
I feel like a hotel is better than trying to live in somebody's house.
Yeah, that makes
Make
me
a
bored.
Like an
make a
office
perception
building,
check.
You could just take like a random office somewhere.
Perception check. Wow. Okay.
18. Wait, no.
Get in on perception.
Plus 4.
game.
18 plus 4. 22? 21?
Much better
22.
than I rolled.
I got 20.
You
I got, like,
spend some time
14.
walking through this city. There's statues of people all around you. You wait for them to move like that sworn before. None of them do. Um, uh, they're just staring agape in horror and their various functions. You see people with children and people walking to work and every type of person, every species, just going about their day. Now stone, and it is very busy. They are everywhere. Um, you eventually find a hotel. Uh, you eventually find a hotel with its lights turned off. Um, you can approach if you'd like.
Sure.
That's our only option.
Sure. So you do approach and
We
mhm.
approach with caution.
Stealth checks.
Yeah, just like I
Mhm.
feel like it'd be good to just try because like this place feels empty, but like
You know
there's
it's
no
not.
people, so who knows where things are.
It feels like apocalypse video game empty.
I feel like
Yeah.
2/3 of our group cringes every time we hear stealth check.
You're right.
Ooh, okay.
Man, good disadvantage for a good enough.
19.
11.
I got
Well.
20. Crumbs is unnaturally sneaky right now.
You guys are doing pretty good, all things considered. Um,
Crumbs is
Uh,
actually like managing to like evenly distribute his weight, and Aether's wings are just dragging on the concrete.
I'm
Yeah.
always glowing a little. That's the problem.
yeah. I'm trying to think. What is the thing I'm trying to do? Call.
All is well. My God,
I feel
I'm
like
so
Crumbs
sick.
needs dark
I need
vision,
to
but
help
I don't know how to go about that.
Crumbs doesn't have dark
He
vision?
doesn't, which is weird to me. I feel like you would think if you built some kind of like mechanized war machine, you would give it night vision, but apparently not. It's fine.
I feel like that definitely makes sense. Does he at least have like a heat sensor?
I don't know. I assume he has some kind of like sensory ability.
All right. So you go all sneak into this hotel. As you walk in, there's a large entry room, which you see there is a circular desk with a secretary, presumably would sit, and there is a man in statue form, kind of draped across the top of the desk as if he was thrown there. Part of his hand is broken off. Um, yeah, and you can walk around. You see the elevators are offline. Um,
We just grab a key card
Sure.
and go.
you grab 1, 2, 3. You'll find one.
I'll
Um,
probably just all stay in one room.
sure.
Yeah.
I just meant like grab a bunch because whatever room you find first.
Mhm.
Any preference on? This this hotel has 5 floors.
We should probably stay on the
Well,
first floor.
First
All
floor,
right.
maybe.
Escape.
I forgot I'm not Quipper. I don't have Featherfall. So yeah, 5th floor is probably a bad idea.
Yeah. We did not
Um,
be too far.
All right, so you go on the first floor. You get in this room in the dark gray lighting, in the complete and utter silence. Somewhere in the city, you hear an echo of some crumbling rock falling down. Um,
Guess
Anything
we
that
can.
you guys like to do in this room?
Guess we can
Bar
keep
the door.
Yeah, you barred the door.
Bar the door and the windows.
What is
And then
in the
let's-
room? Is it just like is it like perfectly normal hotel room?
This one seems to be a perfectly normal hotel room.
Nice.
Like it didn't seem like anybody was staying this at the time of whatever happened.
Nice.
How about both of you start maybe resting? I can take the first watch.
Who's barring the windows?
I
I'm
can.
not strong.
I'd probably be pretty involved in barring things. Pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Honestly, I'd just pick up like the biggest piece of furniture in the room and just.
I'll help Crumbs.
Nyx.
Crumbs, you probably have a higher strength than me.
Okay,
Strength
Crumbs,
is
as you begin to bar it,
18.
you move the curtain of the hotel slightly, and there you can you open the curtain and you can see there's like probably 30 people outside throughout the whole street, and all of them are in the exact same positions, but their heads turned to the window.
No. 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 No, no. No, no, no. Not okay. That's not cool. I'm not okay with that.
Crumbs is
At all.
just gonna.
Ah!
Crumbs is just gonna stare at them.
None of them move, none of them blink.
But they're statues, right?
Seem to be.
So like they're not supposed to move or blink.
Yep.
Some weeping
How
angel
about-
shit.
Can we like close the window and then open it back up real quick?
Yeah, you do.
I would literally do that, yeah.
None of them move.
Thank God.
I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna put a dresser in front of the window. I'll just
So none of the others know.
nah.
I'm gonna let Nyx make a perception check. Because she said she helped.
I feel like it's just
Natural one.
You for sure did
Yes.
not.
I think
Everything is fine.
Crumbs sees the downside of not telling them, but in the same boat, Crumbs also just wants them to be able to rest. And isn't
Oh,
overly concerned about the statues outside
so cute.
because they at least seem semi-uninterested in moving that much. They're just kind of creepy. So I think he's just gonna bear that mental burden himself and just tuck it over there for now.
Oh my God.
Also, by the way, Aether, you don't need to take any watches because I don't actually sleep I remained completely conscious the entire time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you really want to sleep. I mean, you don't have to go to sleep immediately. But...
I would love to get rest.
Okay. I'm also gonna put something big and heavy in front of the door. Honestly, I might go to like a different hotel room and just get like go to the room next to this one
More
and get
furniture.
like a whole fucking bed and just bring it in here just to put it up against the door.
You open the door and there's a statue stand like in like almost a plank position, but standing straight up. And just like you open the door and it's right there, like its nose is against the door.
Well, can't hide that one.
Gonna freak out. I'm literally going to pee myself.
I'm just gonna stare at it. I'm staring at the statue.
I don't care if you
literally-
wait that.
I'm gonna get right up against it and just stare right into its eyes. Like
If
bend
you
over
stand
a
there
little
for
bit
an,
and
Mhm.
just stare at it.
If you stand there for an hour, it stands there for an hour. However long you decide to stay there, it will be there too. It makes no moves.
What the heck?
I physically feel like that GIF of Travis that I sent you guys the other day. Okay.
Why?
I don't think we should
do
stay
I
in this room.
have somewhere to go and sleep in peace.
I'm gonna start.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I might have miscommunicated something. When you went to the room next door, you opened that door
Oh, it was in
to the
that
next door.
room?
Yeah, it's in that room.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
it was immediately outside of the
No,
room
no.
we're in.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So presumably it but it was right up against the door. Like,
It's right up against
like a
the door.
person
Its
wouldn't
nose.
be, a person wouldn't be standing there.
Correct.
It
Unless they were
moved
looking through the
to that-
peephole when they got petrified.
It moved to that
And-
spot.
Yes, and you think that because looking around the city, it seemed like most people were in a state of concern or stress when they in their petrified position. But this person is standing in a very unnatural way in a position that somebody would not get attacked in.
I'm gonna start. What are
I'm
the
gonna
floors?
I'm gonna grab this statue and I'm just gonna like
Hmm.
pick it up.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna walk over to the window with it. I'm gonna look around the room. Is there any in the room other than this one?
Nope. It's just the one guy.
I'm gonna carry it over to the window with me so I can keep an eye on it. Put it down, and look out the window of this room. At the statues, presumably, like if our room is right next to this, I'm looking out the same wall. At the
You
statues
do?
outside.
You can see there. You can only see one person out this window because there's one person right against the window and it's looking right back.
And I can only see one.
If you go to look around them, it seems like the rest are focused on the other window.
Because I am like
Wait,
I
wait.
have like
Yeah.
6'6", I think. So I could probably...
Yeah, so you can look around them. Yeah.
So are we on ground level?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were like up one level.
You guys picked first floor, so yeah, it's ground level.
Did the other ones move
That's what I assumed
though?
it meant. Yeah.
For some reason, I
Um,
was working on like
or are they
French
all-
floors.
Did the
Uh,
other ones move, or are they all still out
As-
there?
they haven't moved position. In fact, they're all in the bodily. They're all in the exact same position as they were when you saw them outside. It's
There's
just
one
their
just
heads.
standing outside this window, though.
Yeah, there's one just outside this window that you would not have been able to see. from the
Similar
other.
to the one that was by the door.
Yeah, but it's in a yeah,
Just fucking full.
just full plank.
Are there expressions? Like, are they expressionless?
The ones that turn and look, yes. You can see also their bodies didn't adjust according to their position at all.
They just
So,
full,
if one of-
full 360 their heads.
Full 360. If they needed to, they did.
What are the floors made of?
Kyle.
I'm gonna search around and make sure that none of them pop up.
Oh, make an inspection check.
What? Okay.
Investigation.
Presumably this hotel had a pretty big lobby, right?
Yeah, it did.
Like compared to the rooms, it'd be a pretty big space.
Sure, yeah.
21.
All kinds of furniture and things. Yeah, you check, and there's some that are a little broken and stuff, hidden beneath carpet, but they're fine.
Okay.
None of them are flipping up.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
There's a nice
Go-
bathroom, but the water isn't running.
Screw the furniture in this room. I'm gonna go back into the room where the
Sure.
two of them are.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's the thing. These statues are moving a little bit.
Why?
If you look out the window, they're all facing this way. I went into the room next door, and one had clearly, like, fully moved its whole body. It wasn't, those out there are the same position. I think this one moved positions. I think they can move, but I'm pretty confident that they won't move as long as someone is currently looking at them. I'm fairly confident of that. Like, mostly. I'm mostly confident of that. So what I'm thinking is, we should move from this little room with, like, 2 exits to a really big open room with multiple exits. Put you two
So, like, the
up against the
lobby?
wall. Yeah, we could bring a bed out there. We could bring some beds out. We could make it nice and comfy for you guys. But we'll put the two of you, like, up against the back wall, and I will just put my back against the wall and just stare at the whole room while you sleep. And I'm mostly confident that if I do that, they won't come in. If they
Considering
do come
don't-
in, I'll wake you up, and then we're in a big room, so it's fine because maybe we'll have some time to. I just don't want to be
considering
in this
they
little
have to,
space.
rebuild the barriers. I don't know if us being against a wall would necessarily help us if they could break through.
Wait, what?
If we're like if we're in the lobby and there's like an inner wall that's like on the inside of the building that isn't like connected to an outside building.
Yeah,
I just think being in this little room with few exits is probably not a good idea.
I agree.
I'd rather be in a more open space. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the lobby instead.
I'll just pick up a bed and move it. I'm pretty strong. I don't know exactly how strong.
You're fine.
He's
Sure.
pretty.
We can walk like a triangle. Like,
You have as much time as you need, so you can so you do that. You put the beds in, getting that set up. The receptionist didn't move his head.
Okay.
Fascinating. After the beds are set up, I want to go back in the room we were in. Just
I
look
wanna
out the
come too.
window one more time.
Yeah.
All the faces are no longer looking at the window. They went right back to their original positions.
I'm gonna go in that other room that Chrome's went into.
I also want
Look
to
at
go
it.
in.
You open the
Yeah.
room, it's empty.
Okay, but what do you mean it's empty, Ryan? What do you mean it's empty? Where's
There's
my
no
boy?
statue. There's no statue in that room.
I'm gonna look through that window.
You look through the window. There's no person standing against it. However, everything else looks the same.
What?
What were they looking at?
I'm more interested in where they went.
As long as they're not here. I don't
Because
know
one
if
of
I
them was
care.
in the building. One of them was in the room, and now it is gone.
Okay.
I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight.
No, you
In
will be
real life?
fine.
Yes.
Oh,
In
okay.
real life.
That's fair. I can't.
I'm like
Crumbs
I,
can't
like,
do
wanna
anything about
close
that.
My window right now.
Crumbs can't do anything about that. But
I'm gonna look out the front. Is there like a window that goes to the front of the building without going through the door?
A window that
Or in the lobby, like a front window.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look there, make sure there's no
You
one.
look out. There appears to be like you can see probably 40 people out there. They seem to all look normal right now.
Hey Crumb, can you come look at them?
everybody else,
You look. They look normal as well.
everybody else go away from the window for a moment.
Okay, I'm testing this out.
Everybody go away.
I'll leave. I'll go on the floor like a starfish.
Oh, you do. They haven't moved.
There has to be a pattern. There has to be something. Ah!
What do
You know
I
what?
do?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here's the thing. What's going on outside doesn't matter. All that does matter is that there's none of them in here, except for that guy who I'm gonna take the one that's on the lobby desk, and I'm gonna go put him in the room that we just came out of, and I'm gonna like barricade that door.
Can you make a strength check for me?
Sure. To be an unfortunate time to fail. Ooh, that's a 6.
That's 6. At some point, you drop him and his arm comes off.
Yo, I gotta say, Crumbs would normally feel bad about that. He doesn't feel very bad about it, though. I gotta be perfectly honest with you.
Besides that, you're capable of putting it back. And you look in the center, and it is full stone, no flesh.
It'd be like that sometimes.
How gross! How mean would it have been if I put flesh in there?
It like breaks.
If I was just like blood comes out.
It just starts like gushing.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks.
The first time they were looking at the window, it was only Crumbs that saw it, right? It wasn't Crumbs and Nix?
Yeah.
You weren't doing anything different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have a couple of theories, but you know what? We can talk about them tomorrow because I don't think they're particularly relevant right now. I think right now we just need to get a nice rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
Right. Do you guys go to take a rest?
Unfortunately.
I don't like your smile,
Is there
Ryan.
like a?
I don't like your joy.
I want to confirm in Ryan's mind where these beds are. Like, what is the layout of this room? I assume in my mind, I picture like front door, desk, wall. I assume that's where the beds are.
So there's I'll do a map like this. So over here, there's a large window with 2 doors. There's a whole like foyer area with like some big windows at the top for natural lighting and then there's like desk and furniture. There's a fountain at the center of the room.
Like
Then behind that
big
there's right, yes, and then behind the desk there's like a small there's a wall behind it, and then there's some area between the 2 side walls and the wall behind the desk that creates a hallway back where some rooms are, and like other amenities and like a dinner room and that kind of thing. So like you can put it up against either of the side walls or behind the desk. If you put it behind the desk, you won't be able to see the hallways to either side because they would be behind you. However, if you pick one of the side walls, you can see the front foyer, but you're still not able to see one of the hallways. Down the hallway. You can still see the entrance to the hallway.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, okay, but so the side walls, are those exterior walls?
Yeah.
Are there windows on them?
Up. Not like at head level, but like probably 10 feet up.
It's wild. I feel like the best place for those beds to be would be like a couple feet off of the side wall, not right up against it, but just a little bit in the room. Just a little bit.
Sounds great. I know what you're thinking, and I appreciate that.
Just a little bit.
Mhm.
Just give me a little bit of
Arm's
reaction.
length, one might say.
Yeah, arm's length. Maybe a little further than that.
Yeah.
Maybe like just past arm's length. But like my
Sure.
arms, because I'm like 6 foot something. So I got
Right.
big arms. It's like one of those arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Like a
Right.
You guys
pole
do that?
arm.
It matters.
It doesn't. I'm sure this is all bullshit. It doesn't matter. I'm sure Ryan has something in mind. But it's fine, because I don't care.
Sure.
Crumbs is in this moment being hyper aware. He's usually
Mhm.
oblivious to most things, but right now he's like, one of those primary programs are being activated, and he's like, I'm gonna do this right.
Yeah. You're just like fortifying the position. All right, you guys can go take a rest.
Crum's rest includes.
Unfortunately, yeah. Taking a nice long rest.
So, the night gets ever so slightly darker and as you watch your clock, you can see that it is now nighttime.
True, I forgot about
Um,
dark vision.
you begin, and this whole city is dark. You can't see very far. If you would like, you can set up some like torch. You can basically makeshift some torches out of bed sheets and that kind of thing. Or do some spells, because otherwise it's too dark in here to see.
You just slightly see the glow of Aether's armor all the time.
Yeah.
Nyx has like it's like
And
curled
by
up
the way,
around Anoki, just like
you can sleep in your armor if you would like. However, doing so would incur a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I just meant like wherever I put the armor.
Okay, so you are not sleeping in your armor.
No, because exhaustion would like kill me.
Yeah. Okay. Nyx doesn't wear armor, so she's fine.
I don't even think do I even need to take my armor?
Armor
off?
is part of your body.
Yeah,
Armor
I
is
was
part of the
gonna
body.
say,
You're
I, like,
fine.
integrated into me.
Yeah. All right. So
oh my god.
I don't even think I have torches, but like if I could make oh, I do. I have 10 torches.
sure,
Also-
you set them up.
I'm
They're
not
not-
gonna set them up
Mhm.
on our position. Going to set
But
them
around.
up around our position.
I'm gonna say they're like torches, as in flashlights, because
Honestly,
yeah,
I imagine
Yeah.
like little camping lanterns,
that's perfect.
Six.
like those little.
But
ones that-
futuristic, you can just do little like bulbs of light that float in the air.
Yeah, they're like little plastic balls. You like hit a button.
You can just like stick them to somewhere.
Yeah, like sticky.
Yeah.
that.
All right. So yeah, that's
See-
perfect.
See a little white thing? That's
Mhm.
actually a light. If you tap it, it lights up.
Yeah. So that's what the torches are right now.
Yeah.
So you set those up around the room.
But specifically so
Um,
that you can't see the beds, just so you
Yeah.
can, just so I
Mhm.
can see them, not so they can see me.
Big
Even though
foyer,
my eyes
totally
literally
possible.
glow.
Mhm.
We don't need to worry about that.
So the night begins. About an hour into the night. Tell me who's asleep.
Aether and Nyx.
You're both like probably. I want to know if you basically were having trouble sleeping at all that night, and if you might be awake at this time. An hour into the night, you begin to hear a quiet whistle echo throughout the city. It sounds jovial, fun, and then the beat of a hammer and a chisel just like echo throughout the city. You have no idea how far it is away, but it is the one loud thing in this entire city.
Whistle?
Yeah, a whistle. Somebody whistling to themselves. You start to hear like the low voice of a baritone as they seem to begin to sing a song that is indistinguishable from this distance, as they're just like, oh, boom, boom. It doesn't sound especially melodic or anything, almost like something somebody would sing to themselves while they work.
Maybe it's like a Azarius Legion person?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
At make a perception check, Crumbs.
I have a
Yep.
question. Does this perceptions check rely on hearing or smell?
Hearing.
Aha.
10?
My hearing receptors are particularly good.
Mm.
That is a 20.
A 20. There's some movement of stone, and the humming got very close. Throughout the course of the time, it never seems to get like up to the front door or anything, but the clacking of the hammer and stuff can't be more than 1,000 feet away. Probably less than 500 feet away.
I'm just not moving.
You hear a hum and now that you can actually hear the person. It's a masculine voice singing to itself, and you hear it's speaking in rhythms that sound English or common, but the words are gibberish and nonsense. But it comes with a natural rhythm and comes to the beat of the hammer and the chisel. It is a hammer against stone is what it sounds like, but it's almost quiet and delicate as much as it could be. It's not rough. And after a couple hours of that happening late into the night, it goes quiet again, and you hear the hum somewhere else in the city. Eventually, your watch
I
tells
open
you.
my stomach,
Mhm.
pull out my cookie sheet.
Mhm.
I make cookies.
Yes, good.
Put them in the oven.
Sounds great. It's and you can feel the ticker on your stomach getting ready for when they'll be ready, and they'll be ready at the exact time that they're supposed to wake up. And you look inside your canister. You can see your canisters have already filled up. You're fully charged, and at some point, the other two of you wake up to the ding of Crumbs's cookies being
Like-
ready and the smell of
Like
cookie dough.
5 minutes before
Mhm.
I wake them up, I'm
Mhm.
going to get up. I'm going to
Mhm.
walk over to the window and I'm going to look outside.
Walk up to the window and look outside.
While constantly looking back. I literally take 5 feet,
Mhm.
look back. I'm honestly
Uh,
just walking up looking at them. And then I get to the window and I'm like,
There are no statues outside except for 3.
I can only assume
Free?
what they
What do
look
they
like.
look like?
There are 3 statues.
Ryan?
You look at the statues. One is standing there, perfectly human shaped. They seem to have a backpack on and they're holding it like such. But then you see there are wings attached to them that seem to be made out of statues of human arms that were attached to the back to be formed vaguely into the shape of wings. You can see that there was another person standing next to it, shorter. It's sitting there, smaller in stature, and it has pieces of finger that were attached together into a long spike at the end of the arm. And another person, not humanoid really in shape, but this appears to be the shape of crumbs made out of basic. It looks almost like a butchered people until they could be formed into the shape of you. Like people's arms and bellies were stuffed together until they formed the round circumference of your stomach. And there's just pieces of human formed to create these statues and effigies of you.
How close together are those statues?
They're standing right next together.
I'm gonna cast Shatter on those statues. I'm
Uh,
just gonna crack open the door and just shatter them.
We've
Okay, you do.
long rested, right?
Yeah, you fully long
He's
rested.
literally. I'm doing this literally moments before I wake up. I was like, I'm just gonna. Go
You
make sure
guys,
Boom.
you guys,
You guys
wake up
wake
to that
up.
noise.
to an
Yeah.
explosion.
Uh,
Probably.
You watch as they just shatter apart into the ground as just pieces of stone.
What was
Close the door
that?
really quick. Oh, you know, I was looking out the window and one of the statues. I swear it was looking at me, so I kind of freaked out a little bit. And I made cookies though. They'll be done.
I'm
in
making
a
an
minute.
insight check on Crown.
Go ahead.
I guess I'll roll a deception check.
I
'cause
rolled
I'm super
poorly.
deceptive. Oh, it's okay. I bet it's better than a 2.
It is better than a 2. It was like a 13.
Crumbs is not
Something's-
charismatic. He's pretty wise. Not charismatic.
Crumbs, as much as Robot can, seems a little nervous, and he is not telling the truth.
What was really outside?
Okay, so there
Say
was.
this as I'm putting my armor back on.
Yeah, you put your armor on. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna gonna pull out. I make 4 cookies now. I got better at it. I good to make 4 of them now. Isn't that nifty? So look, I don't want to freak you out too much, but basically, I heard a lot of noises last night. There's a lot of stuff going on. Someone who is not a stone person is in this city. They know we are here as well. And they don't seem to have a lot of regard for the possibility that the statues outside could be restored to life. Because they kind of broke a bunch of them up. And it was creepy to listen to. That's, yeah. I just didn't want to scare you guys. You know, I was gonna tell you about the guy. But I didn't want to freak you out too much. You know. I just.
Is that the whole truth?
Look, all right. Just sometimes you leave things out because
Crumbs.
they're creepy.
We can't stay here forever, and if there's something dangerous outside, we need to know about it.
I'm telling you that there is a creepy person out there who knows we are here and has taken special interest in us. That's about all the detail that you need. He's just creepy, and he knows we're here, and he knows what we look like, and I mean, it might not be a he. It was probably a he. It sounded like a guy, but yeah, it's just weird. It was just weird. He was there like most of the night, and then he left eventually after he was done messing up all the people in this area.
Well, we should probably be well on our way to Sanctorum then, huh?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Let's get out of here. I'm gonna summon Wonder Spark though. To the cloud one. I say summon like it's not turn it on. I'm holding Wonder Spark.
Are there like? Is there like a leftover note by like the where the statues were?
That's a good question, actually.
Would you like to look outside?
Sure.
It's still dark, so you'd have to take out a torch.
I have dark vision.
Okay, you have dark vision. What's your range?
60 feet.
60 feet. About 30 feet out from that entrance, you see the statues are back just the way they were left. Like, just the way they were before Crumbs exploded them. But you see Crumbs is in the front this time, before he was in the back. Now he's sitting there with his arms in front, and a bright red... Well, you can't see with dark vision. You can't see color with dark vision, but if any of you brings out a torch, there's a bright red present box with blue ribbons around it, tied to the top.
You tell me to fix that shit in like 2 minutes?
I'm telling you, they fixed that shit in 2 minutes.
There's a box. There's a box.
Yeah, holding a present box.
You know, I really tried. Alright. Well,
I'll go up to the.
I
Statue.
don't know if I would do that. I mean, that seems...
Do you walk up?
I'll be like, Crumbs, cover me.
Okay, look. Those were there. I shattered them.
I will be brave.
They got fixed in like 2 minutes. The
There's
guys
a
are probably
between
still
bravery
around.
and being impulsive.
I will walk over to the
I wouldn't
statue.
even go outside.
You
honestly.
see that there's
Let's
a little
find
like
toilet and flush ourselves down it.
one of those like address tags
That's how I
you
do it.
see, and you see it says to and from, and the from is empty. However, the to and it says to making new friends.
I don't like that's literal.
Okay. I'm just going to lift up the lid, but prepare. Actually, no. I'm gonna check the lid for traps.
Make an investigation check.
Creepy pun.
$16.
Sure. So you like take out your blade and you run it along the inside of the present, and you like you lift up bits of the wrapping, just basically looking for like arcane runes or reaction or the tension of a string or something. and you test it, and you don't feel anything. When you go to lift it lifts up like a normal top of a present box, and there doesn't seem to be any string attached on the inside, and you don't see any magic or anything like that. Sure. So you lift it up, and what you see is a mask. It appears like it has something mocking the shape of a face with lips and a forehead and cheekbones. But they appear to be made out of white marble with the texturing of the gray throughout. However, there's a golden like pseudo mask then attached to that has like complex embroidered like markings just like all surrounding the eyes. It seems like a weird masquerade mask.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
The last thing with marble that we dealt with was very bad.
I'm going to
Should we bring
like, I'm imagining like every district has like its folklore, fairy tales, things to keep kids in at night. And since I spent a lot of time probably in the Axel district, would I have heard any stories related to like a masquerade mask or like stone statues that move when they shouldn't or like a man that whistles and creates things?
Make a history check or religion if you would prefer.
Both of them are zeros.
All right.
$17.
17. You think real hard? You're right. There's a lot of folklore out everywhere. A lot of different creatures and places, a lot of different characters. This doesn't feel like anything you know of.
How far
And
into
you're
the city are we compared to the barriers?
I'll say you're probably. How far did you want to get from it? I think you're at a minimum of a half-mile away.
Just as the closest like hotel thing is what we were looking for. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say you're 3/4 of a mile away.
Okay. We should probably bring this box to the Legion since they're investigating and barricading this place, right? One of the guards out front?
Probably. Crumbs, you don't. Or Aether, you guys don't happen to have a camera, do you? So we can take a picture of the statues? There's no telling if they're gonna actually be here next time.
I
don't know if
think that's a thing I can do.
have a camera.
Wait,
But I
wait.
would throw the question to Ryan of whether or not he could literally just store images.
Not in a way that could, at this moment, be transmitted.
That's fair.
If I have something tiny, like a rock or like anything, I can do the static visual effect thing. Could that be like taking a picture but artificer style?
I'm just gonna say that you can build a camera slash hologram slash thing that can, in any flavor way you choose, imitate a picture.
Yeah, it says magical tinkering. One of the things is static visual effect.
Sure. You build it.
Little tink tink tink. Little box. Like Star Wars style, just little like whoosh picture.
Does the cloud come out that like projects onto the cloud? The picture.
So like it like and then
Yeah.
like a laser show.
hmm
Okay. You should be good. Let's get out of here.
Are you doing anything with the mask or box, or are you just leaving it there?
I think we're taking it, right? Just take, like, not putting it on or touching it or anything. We're taking the box so we can give it to one of the Legion members to investigate.
Yeah, I'll take the box.
Okay. You hold the box and you bring it back to the Legion. You begin to make your way through. As you're walking
Before
through,
we go anywhere, I
Yep.
just want to look around.
look around. Go ahead.
Just Just do a slow 360.
Make a perception check, and if you get above, nah, we'll just go.
We'll see how it goes. I got a 15.
15. That's exactly what you needed to get for the next step. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, he's such a smart guy. This guy, real smart.
You don't need to roll high.
Hey, I got another 15.
15. That's more than enough. There's people in a bunch of natural positions that feel like they should be right, but they are not the same people in the same positions as they were last night. Things are different. These are just different people doing different things in different places.
Okay, but in this instance, knowing what I know, do I feel like it's the statues that moved themselves?
Make an insight check.
So he is pretty good at that. Not when I roll a 5. That's a 14.
14.
My passive insight is pretty good.
You're either this boy is zipping through like the Flash, or they are moving on themselves.
I mean, he like, what's up with the...
Understandable confusion.
These statues either rebuilt themselves. Honestly, I'm more confident that they rebuilt themselves than I am in the concept that he fucking ran out here and rebuilt them in literally the like 3 seconds that I turned to speak to them and then turned to look back out the door.
But it said making new friends. How is that not a pun on building statues?
I don't know.
Well, he made the statues of us. That isn't to say that he also repaired them.
Yeah, I'm saying, like,
Well, that's why I said,
he
like,
did that quickly.
I'm more confident that honestly he fucking like made it so they'd auto repair themselves or something.
Maybe.
Or he's
Either
building
way.
sentient statues.
I mean, here's the thing. They were all looking at us last night. They knew what we looked like. Somehow they knew about my blade arms, even though I didn't bring out my blades.
Not this time.
Well, that might have just been...
Ah.
Maybe this stone has memory, and it's like a hive mind?
There's also definitely someone else.
There's somebody else, sure, but like...
You know what? You know what? Why are we worried about it? Let's just leave.
Let's just go.
Yeah,
Let's
for
just-
sure.
Let's just not even. Let's just put it all behind us.
As you're walking through, you as you're walking through the city, there's noticeably less people on the street. There's still people going about doing their things, but there's noticeably less. And eventually you start to see people standing straight up, arm out, pointed in a direction,
All in
Oh,
the same
and they're just
direction?
looking at you. There's just one standing at the end of a street corner.
how about someone looks that way? I'll look the opposite way, just in case it's a trap.
As you're looking, Aether, you and Crumbs both notice with your high passive perception, he's slowly turning his arm, like very slightly.
Is 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 that where the dude is? Is he the only one that's looking or doing anything?
At this corner, yes. However, if you like look around a little bit, you'll see another guy at the end of another street doing the same thing, pointing in a different angle, a slightly different angle,
But
and
to
I'll
the-
say, but to the same point, presumably.
Should we walk faster?
Let's leave.
Let's leave.
You begin to walk more forward, eventually make it into a large city square, and you see there's 4 people in this square, all pointing to the same point. They seem to be triangulated on a point like farther south than where you are, behind a few buildings, presumably. Maybe you can't really tell distance super well, but they're all on each side of this square. and at the center, there's statues all laying down together in some sort of shape. It's hard to tell what shape it is since you're just looking at them from the ground level, but they're all laying down together.
I'm just like speed walking at this point.
Anybody feel free to make an insight check.
I'll
make
do
an
it.
insight check.
Mhm.
Any opportunity that I have to use
25.
my good skill. I got a 14 again. That's the second 5 in a row that I rolled on an insight check.
That's so sad.
22.
I am sad.
22.
And I
Where's
got
my-
You both with the high insights, plus 20. You look around. Crumbs notices these are words just like the others do, but the others are able to quickly decipher that the bodies are put in a way to spell out all the cities as stage, and today you're the show. Um,
Ah!
um,
Oh my
and and you see as they all move their arms, and they're getting closer and closer to triangulating, kind of near your position.
I need to run.
You start to run, and you hear the sound of a as just like a motorcycle runs through the city.
A motorcycle?
A motorcycle.
I'm hoping it's that cool lady we met. I'm just gonna tell myself that and keep running.
You keep running. Yeah. All right. Let me. So you keep
Gonna-
running. Mhm.
Just gonna take out the grenade I cooked up last night. and
Which
I'm
one is it?
It's the magnet grenade.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be ready with it.
Okay. You see you keep running and running. Eventually, you turn a street corner, and down the street, about probably 300 feet away, you see a motorcycle revving towards you, and a man there on top of the motorcycle. He isn't a statue, but
It's a
he
bird.
does have stone-like qualities. As you can see, he's made out of um he's made out of gray. No, it's a red clay-like color that's like cracked throughout his skin. He looks a lot like the Thing from Fantastic Four. That's the best description, basically. And he's got a third arm on his back.
Sick. Great.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Is this
And
the
he's
brother?
Fucking
Another
Zorn.
brother?
Matt. I will tell you this out of character. This person seems like a half Zorn.
What the fuck? What the fuck is a half Zorn, Ryan? Zorns don't do that, I don't think. How does that work? It doesn't make sense in my brain.